Hello everybody, good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. How is everybody doing this lovely evening? Welcome in everybody. Hello, we have got Coco, I don't know how to say your name, I'm very sorry. We got Mia Gamer. We have Laurie the Gay Chess Thing, not Cheese Thing. And we have Q. Hi Q. Hi guys. So, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. How are we doing this lovely evening? I have accidentally hit my HDMI cable, so everything went black. Okay. There we go. Fixed. Guys. This is definitely not going to be covered in one stream. I can tell you that much, okay? But how is everybody doing, okay? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Guys, I entirely forgot about this coming out recently. I'm not going to lie to you. I was just like, there's a few things I've been meaning to cover and I entirely forgot. My brain has been an absolute jam recently. So I keep forgetting there's actually stuff to talk about, okay? I might be doing the Noah stuff at some point, okay? The Otterly Noah. I might just do one big stream, or a few big streams just talking about the Noah stuff, because that seems reasonably interesting, okay? Yin the Yang, funny you mention that, okay? Funny you mention that, okay? Hold on. I wanted to show these off, okay? Because I think these were made after or during my stream. This one's done by Haikal. This is another interpretation on evil yen, okay? Because of the whole KP stuff where they call me Yin the Yang, okay? Apparently I am fully ice themed now, and we have Evil Ace Space who is fire themed. Now what's really funny about this, hold on, I need to make sure that my damn file explorer doesn't be stupid. Hold on, there we go. Okay. Let me pull this up. Where's my fan out folder? Yes, I do have a fan out folder. I keep all of your stuff in here, okay? Here it is. This is really funny how this has worked out, by the way. I need to show this. You are now YouTube featured? Really? That's so strange. Interesting. Here you go. This is an old one. I think I asked Nabi to do this one, like as a silly a while ago. And it's just me and Ace if our, like, theming was reversed. It's awesome. I believe there was another one that someone did. Yeah, Dot. Dot made Evil Yin the Yang, okay? With more, like, theming on Yin and Yang. Evil stuff. I think you need a new Discord link in your tagged message. I don't know why they keep shutting down. Because I keep on making sure it's oh goodness, a permanent link. I've no clue why. Yeah, expiry date never. Generate new link. Okay. I'll give you guys a new one to use. Here you go. I predicted Yin the Yang. Yes, you did. Guys, I've been playing too much Baldur's Gate. I don't know if you guys have noticed. If any of you have me added on Discord and you see the number of hours I had consistently on Baldur's Gate. Dude, I'm not even done with Act 1 of that game. I've just started playing it. And oh my god. There's just so much to do. I unironically didn't want to really play it because I'm not gonna lie, the fan base seems kind of fucking weird. I'm not gonna lie, they're all like a bunch of horny freaks. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know. I've been enjoying it. Okay, I made like a warlock tiefling. Yes, I know, very original of me. Okay, I pull up. Thank you. I pull up. Coming at the after party. But anyway. Hello, Lio. Hello, Yin the Yang. Thank you, Lio. I'm not reading that other part. That thing that Fishy sent me of you in your stream last night, or the night before, okay? That is an edited voice clip. That is AI, okay? That is, like, entirely fabricated by, like, the Fishy cabal, okay? The clipping cabal. Not true, okay? They're out to get me. The ops want me dead. Also, I saw one of you say that you were listening to me while playing D&D. I don't understand how you're gonna manage to focus on, like, I don't know, going into water deep, whilst, watching a Yen stream, okay? Holy shit, thank you very much, Advocate, for the 5 gifted memberships. 07's to Advocate, everybody. Hello, welcome in. Oh god, I just noticed it. Oh, who got one? Umbre the World got one. Kokobo Jammer. Glitchy Bits. Vixa Fifi. Glass Raven. Okay. Loki, Mama Bear got one. Evil stuff. Yeah, buddy. Hi, Seraphina. Hi, Seraphina. Hi. Yes, that's me. It's fine. I'm in a mushroom kingdom and babysitting my raptor. Sounds like a regular D&D session to me, okay? Sounds like a very normal D&D session. I'm gonna have a quick sip of my drink, because it's gonna be a long haul, okay? I should probably actually explain what we're actually talking about tonight. That would be a pro streamer move, wouldn't it? Pro streamer move, right? Also, thank you very much, Advocate, for becoming a member for 6 whole months. Holy shit. Bro, 6 months feels so short. I know. It's always the beginning part of the year, right? I don't know about you guys, but I always find the beginning half of the year, it goes by super quickly. And then it comes to a crawl during the winter, like, end of year season, right? That's what I've noticed, anyway. Okay, I did replace that, nice. So, Sasufrasu, okay? I have very limited knowledge about this person, okay? Apart from the memes, apart from, you know, the audio clips, okay? That kind of stuff. Well, I wonder if I've even got any of them saved, okay? Let me have a look. I should have something saved of the of the Dolphin Man one. Where's my guac soundboard? Hold on. I have to be very careful clicking on it. Is this it?
Dolphin Man.
There we go. There we go. So, Sasufrasu, from my very brief understanding, and I'm sure that there's, like, more to talk about, right? They were very obsessed with someone from old Senate days called Lumi. That's my understanding. To the point where they just wouldn't leave them the hell alone, even when they were distancing from the internet, is my very brief understanding. I mean, for something like this, I kind of wanted to leave, like, I don't know, I wanted to discover it with you guys together. I'm sure a few different people have probably seen Lio's video going over this, but yeah. Also, guys, if you for some reason haven't already, subscribe to Lio, okay? He's almost at 20k, okay? Get the little guy up there, okay? He needs it, okay? I disagree with the boundary. I cannot wait. Honestly, I cannot wait. Now, my understanding, this is several different calls split into one video. Oh, he has done it, but Lio doesn't understand how chapters work. Oh, Lio. Lio, you need to put, like, I think you need to write, like, chapters or something at the top of it for it to recognize it. You kind of have it set up, okay, but not the way that YouTube will recognize it. I'll show you later, little bro, okay? Sweeping again, I see. Shit, thank you for reminding me, Sarah. I entirely forgot. Guys, we do have other stuff to cover, but not today, okay? We do have something we need to cover, okay? Let me get this shit pulled up. Because if you guys remember, right, a little bit ago, we covered someone called Database Productions, okay? Let me see if I can find this. Damn it. Where the fuck is the frickin' channel gone, dude? Holy shit. Oh my god, I'm actually suffering, dude. Sarah, please send me the video. Holy shit. Anyway, I can't find the video because their channel is, like, shadow banned to hell, right? But our boy Database, okay, responded. And apparently, I believe I mentioned for, like, a split second as per usual, okay? But they did do a full-ass response to the coverage that Seraphina did. We may cover that. We may cover that at some point. Probably not tonight, though, okay? But yes. Interesting stuff. What's Umbre sent me? Congrats on YouTube featured. Oh, that's fucked up. Okay. Don't know why YouTube's decided that. They're gonna regret that decision later. Anyways. Okay. Let me make sure everything's working, and then we will get this ball moving, okay? No scuff tonight, chat. No scuff tonight. None in the slightest, okay? This is a scuff-free stream, okay? Nothing could possibly go wrong. But yes, I think without further ado... I said without further ado... Oh my god, YouTube. I said without further ado. Thank you. Increase the volume. We will begin. Cue the lion.
You're all doing well. This compilation of calls has been a long time coming and gets very rough in specific points. So I'm going to ask you to look up from your tablets or pull your phone out of your pocket for just a moment to look at the screen. Hold it. Hold it.
What is this?
There we go. This is a bald eagle, native to
It
North
is.
America and the national animal of the United States.
Did I? Wait, is this
Ironic-
the right video? Is this National Geo... No, okay. Okay, I thought it was National Geographic for a second.
This
Sorry,
is my
sorry,
favorite
sorry.
bird. Has been since I was a kid.
Yes, Lio. But as you know, the bird is the word. The bird, and the bird is the word.
However, it's a bit of a phony, though through no fault of its own. What do I mean by that? Well, think. What does a bald eagle sound like? Like this, right?
No,
Well,
that's not a bald
no.
eagle.
That's not a bald eagle.
I know this myth. I know
This
this myth.
is.
Yep.
The sound we identify with a bald eagle is actually a red-tailed hawk.
Yep.
The hawk's vocalizations are used because the eagle's real voice doesn't fit the idea the country wants to put out. Which is a shame because it's better to just be authentic. The person we're going to be looking at today is somewhat similar.
Yeah,
Though
but
this time, the lying is through his own fault. Meet Sasufrasu,
Oh.
an eagle furry that's history in Senate and beyond is filled with obsession, deception,
27.
and a level
okay.
of entitlement rarely seen to the degree it's shown. To preface this, I'm releasing these calls because after 2024, it's become clear to me that people don't actually get what this person has done to lead to the vitriol he gets in my community. And while I was satisfied to leave it alone for a while, the fact that this person is still around and lying about his actions, showing a lack of actual remorse for them or an apology for those he's hurt, I decided it's time everyone
put
found
these
out
on.
what happened. Sasu joined Senate after Coyote Lovely got ousted. Coming from Coyote's audience, Sasu was looking for a new community, and
Okay.
decided to choose MySpaces to do so. In
MySpace.
fairness to him, he seemed pretty solid at first, and even helped out a couple of times. But it was when other
Okay.
patterns started to emerge that we had to reevaluate his place in our spaces. He started flaunting his money around, regularly
Bro.
hijacked calls, and, worst of all, got an obsessive, unhealthy attachment to Lemitro Arts, aka Lumi.
There we go.
You all know
okay, I
who
knew
Lumi
that
here
one.
is, and suffice it to say, they're not a good person in their own right. However,
Yeah.
that doesn't detract from the severity of Sasu's actions. Sasu is following Lumi around everywhere, constantly wanting attention in DMs, and even showering Lumi with money and gifts to further entrench himself in
What?
Lumi's life.
What? I didn't know about that part. What? Okay. Okay.
It's freaked Lumi out, and rightfully so. Lumi decided to try and take some time out of the usual spaces due to this and other factors, telling Sasu to flat out leave him alone so he can reassess while gone. A rational, decent person would respect that boundary and abide by it. Unfortunately, Sasu is neither of those things, meaning within a couple
Yeah,
of days...
I do have a derail at some point in the stream. I will try and remember the shirt, because holy shit did it blow up for some reason, dude. It might mean that we end up covering some chibi stuff. We might cover some chibi stuff at some point on the channel, okay? But I'm gonna try and keep the derails to a minimum, okay? Because we've got a lot to get through with this tonight. But if you guys follow me on Twitter on the X app, okay, you already know what I'm probably referring to. But yes,
Sasu was already spamming Lumi's DMs and other socials to get him to talk to him again. This behavior and others led to Sasu being asked to leave Senate. Not just for Lumi's sake, but for his own. That was back in May of 2023. There was a call about this in Lumi's server, but I clearly wouldn't have that recording. In the following month of June, a user by the name of Call Me Snow reached out to Sasu to have another call about everything, as some things
Okay.
were apparently not covered in the previous call. This call also happened
is Call Me... Never mind.
in Lumi's server. This is where we'll begin.
No.
Already, I sent it to him.
Oh,
Let
Jesus.
me turn this up a bit.
I am too.
Your future husband's coming, Lumi. He's so excited.
Oh god.
Myself.
Does he know this is happening?
He's here.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
All right. So, just a really quick thing. By the way, welcome.
Thank you.
Here's how this is gonna go real quick for you, Sasu. First, the people in the call are going to speak, and then you can speak after. Don't worry, you'll get your opportunity to say your piece.
Okay.
They-
Okay.
They may ask some questions, and that's okay. You just gotta answer them.
You just gotta answer them,
Okay.
Sasu. You just gotta answer the question, Sasu. Okay? Very, very simple. I'm sure this will not, I'm sure this will end well. Please cover Chibi. I will. I gotta see about it, okay? Gotta see. I've just been extremely busy recently, okay? I've been kind of having to pick my targets, okay, recently. But we will see.
And that's it. These people will have the opportunity to air out any problems that they may have had with you in the past.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Yep.
Okay. Anyone want to start?
Blue was supposed to start.
Mm-hmm.
I can start, yeah. Let me just grab my notes. So, Sasu, we spoke, what was it? May 31st, I think it was,
Yes.
a week ago.
Okay.
So, before I continue, I just want to make it very well known that when you had sent me all of those documents, because I felt like it was a lot to deal with, and unfortunately that day I did not have my headphones, I did share it with the group here because there was a lot of inflammatory things that were said. I don't know if it was out of...
The document, is this linked? Wait, do we have this doc? Lio Comboy, who is apparently using his force powers to break my YouTube. Do we have that doc? I'm guessing it's probably got a lot of shit in it. Which call are you on? We've just started, okay? We've just started. Oh my god, what is wrong with YouTube today? Okay,
anger
there we
or what was genuine, what was not. Was not expecting 40 minutes of voice memos, including,
We do not? Okay, thank you, Lio.
statements about how you wanted to rejoin the alt-right because of how you were treated. Which
What?
was very...
I'm sorry? Hold on, run that by me again. I'm sorry.
statements about how you wanted to rejoin the alt-right because of how you were treated.
What?
Like,
The evil leftists of Senate were mean to me, I can only assume, so I must join the alt-right. I must rejoin the alt-right, okay? Fucking Christ, okay.
it was very bizarre to be saying to a trans person. I thought that was not okay at all.
Okay.
And the final one, which I listened to later, mentions of like how bad your mental health had gotten and like just you were spiraling. That wasn't okay. I don't know why you decided to dump that on me. Well, correction. I know now because Smout had told me that, usually you go to her, but she was unavailable.
Lamau.
So you came to me about it.
Correct.
And it seems like the most recent times that I've heard from you has to do with Lumi. And, if we're supposed to be friends and, being friendly towards each other, why is it that I'm only hearing from you at that point in time? Why is it that when I do hear from you, I'm getting a huge document full of apologies and trauma dumping and all those voice memos? Because Lumi posted 2 things that weren't even directed.
This pace, okay. I'm gonna speed this up a tiny bit, okay? Just like, just do it to 1.15.
At you. They were just mentioned in passing.
There we go.
And you got so upset you went to that extent. Like, I would like an answer for that before I continue, if you don't mind.
Could you please simplify the question? I'm a little confused.
Okay. So,
Yeah, buddy.
why is it that whenever Lumi makes a comment in passing, not directed at you, you are going off the rails to such an extent that you essentially sent me a therapy session and a whole journal about 2 tiny messages.
Okay. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I
Oh, don't
became
get it
emotionally
twisted.
attached to Lumi on a grand scale.
Really? Couldn't
That
tell.
was the main reason why I sent those messages, was because I thought in my head at the time that I was being brushed off and I was being, I guess,
Hold on.
targeted.
I'm gonna see if I can get some gameplay going up. Hold on. Let me see if I can get some. Let me see if I can get this going. Actually, hold on. I'll press play, but I'm gonna see if I can
For
get
some
something pulled
reason,
up.
I the best I can describe it. But I want to make it clear that the main reason why I got so obsessed with Lumi was because I had become parasocially, emotionally attached to him for, and I'm going to be completely honest with you, no reason whatsoever. I can't necessarily identify the exact reason, but when I did make those comments, and I want to make it clear with the document, a lot of that stuff that I said in those voice memos and then that document were said out of anger and frustration with everything, because at the same time, I was also grappling with the fact, or trying to digest everything that I had done wrong. And at the same time, I was getting very
shit.
angry. I was getting frustrated. But the only thing that I can say regarding that is because I had gotten, and I want to make it clear that it was complete and utter emotional attachment to him, parasocial emotional
Insane.
attachment. And it was completely inappropriate on my part, and I apologize on that.
All right, that's all I need. Where was I going next? So, in regards to all that, because I did also divulge to the group that, you know, you are seeing a therapist, and,
Yes.
you know, I did help you in terms of finding a psychiatrist in your area.
Yes.
I want to make it very, very clear that while, yes, I did help you with that, that does not give you the right to then go into my DMs and trauma dump the way that you did, just because I helped you with one thing concerning mental health.
Yes.
The reason why I did that was because I have had to deal with, you know, getting brushed off by mental health professionals, and finding the proper resources can be incredibly difficult.
Mhm.
So, as someone who knows where to look and where to go and who to call, if I can give you a phone number and, you know, send you on your way, I'll do that. I do that for anyone, like some rando in Senate if they really needed it.
Right.
But it still does not give you the right to do what you did in my DMs, especially knowing that we were just coming off of Memorial Day weekend, where I had told you that one of my fiance's friends, who was a veteran,
See if I can get
had
this to work,
committed
chat.
suicide several years earlier.
Fucking hell.
Yes.
Oh, it did not work. Did not work.
So,
Oh,
just wanna
that's
make
so
that
loud. Okay, did
Um,
not work. Sorry.
And I think some other people will touch on this,
DMs, Yan? Hold
but
on. We'll have a
you
look.
mentioned a lot in your voice memos and in, I think,
What's
in
this? What have you sent me? Entirely fabricated by the fishy cabal. True.
as well, how people hadn't seen the improvement in 4 weeks.
Mhm.
So I personally have a big problem with that, because you've been in server archive, you know exactly what the hell is going on there. I have had to crawl my way back after some really bullshit things, and it's taken me a year and a half to get to where I am now. And I have never once complained about being lonely, being upset of the situation that I'm in, because I know that it won't do anything for me.
Mhm.
If people are going to see the change, they're going to see it on their own. If I start mentioning the change, then that's going to cause me to regress, and that's going to make people push away.
Okay.
Okay.
Can
May I respond to that for a moment?
I suppose, yeah.
I was looking for at least some type of validation on that point, because I did believe during those 4 weeks I had made some progress. I do also want to make it clear, and I want to be upfront with everybody in this call, that I also do have, I don't know if I would classify it as an addiction, but I would state that I do have an attachment for external validation, which is something
Fuck,
that
did
I
not
struggled
work.
with for a while,
Damn it, man.
and that was fueling that particular fire, for lack of better terms.
If I may, just chip something in.
Sure.
Sasu, you are 25. You should not be
Lol.
seeking out validation for every small improvement you've made. No offense, I should not be in your DMs being like, good job, Sasu. You are no longer constantly talking about me, or good job, Sasu. You are no longer hijacking every conversation with people who are other adults. People who are also adult. Well, not adult, fucking grown up. But to talk about shit only you are interested. No. I'm sorry, but no.
That actually is a very good point.
Like, I'm sorry
Lumi.
for cutting in. I did say I was going to speak near the end, but this is genuinely something that pisses me off. You should not be seeking validation for something like that. You are improving for yourself, not for me. Okay? I'm going to go back to being
That's
you.
fair.
I'm sorry. Don't fucking call me sir.
Dude. This is fucking
That is
awful.
definitely another point, and I strongly suggest that you talk to your therapist about that too. You know,
Well-
validating yourself for yourself as opposed to seeking validation from others, because that's gotten me in trouble before. Fucking sucks. Don't do that.
Okay.
Okay.
I actually don't think I have anything else. If something else is brought
Trying to
up,
get this
and I
thing
want
to work so I can have
voice
something
my
playing in the background. Sorry, chat. I'm like doing this just to. Oh my god, it's so loud. So sorry. Hold on. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. The game's so old that it won't actually let me do it. That's so ass, bro. Whatever. I was trying to open up Final Liberation. It just doesn't want to work. Okay.
about it, I will do it at the end. So whoever is next, go right ahead. I'm going to mute.
Could I go next? I do have something to say.
Go ahead.
So, you know, I heard the voice memos, and I read some of the stuff that you were saying. Why would you sit there and say your former group of friends, who were just some alt-right incel, like shitbag, borderline into manosphere bullshit people?
That was said out of frustration. I did not mean anything that was said in that particular
So why
statement.
say it then? Like, I get being frustrated,
Sure,
but why would you
sure.
go about, especially with discovering more about yourself and who you are, why would you readily and in a fit of being upset, feeling like you're being ostracized by this group, you know, with you being like, I'm pansexual and this, that, and the other. You're literally saying, I'm going to willingly put myself in the line of fire and get abused by these former people that you used, those shitbags you used to hang out with. Because you told me about that. We had a big, long call one day.
Yes,
And
we
you
did.
said that you regretted a lot of the stuff that you used to say. And now you're just like, well, I'm just going to go back to that. You said it a couple times.
Dude, I don't know. That just strikes. I don't know. I might be digging too deep into it, but it strikes me as just like, yeah, you guys made me so bad that I'm gonna go over to these people who are gonna like call me all these slurs and stuff. I'm gonna call like these people like a horrific, like all these people who were saying horrific shit about me, or you know, getting me to say these horrific things and make me act a certain way that I'm not really like, guys, because I regret all of it. I'm gonna go back to them. It's like, dude, it's I don't know. It's fucking weird, dude. Really fucking weird. I've never seen like I'm gonna maybe become transphobic again. I may become transphobic because because you guys were mean to me, or like sent what did Lumi do? Sent 2 voice notes or something, or like shipped or told other people about what Sasu had been doing? Is that my understanding to this? Dude. Sasu is still like to this day, by the way, and even claims that people are stalking him. Should be doing that. Tisk tisk.
Like
It did-
that shit pissed me right the fuck off. I was like, why would you go back to that?
Again, I said that out of frustration, but I do want to explain why I did say that.
Is stream dead? Wait, what? No, shouldn't be. Hold on. No, stream should be good. Hold on.
I was like, why would you go back to that?
Let me see.
Again, I said that out of frustration, but I do want to.
No, stream's fine.
The reason I said
Fuck,
that was
my mouse.
because I was feeling ostracized. I felt like I was being quietly ostracized, which is something that I had convinced myself during this.
It's still
when I was
going?
with that
Okay,
particular
thank you.
group of people, and I will go into this really quickly. They were very upfront with the fact that they hated me and that I did not deserve to be there, and so on and so forth. I was feeling that at least they were a little. At that time, I was feeling that at least at that point they were being a little bit more honest. And when I was in that thought process last week, or a couple of weeks ago, I was under the impression that I was not being told the honest truth.
Dude.
And in my mind, I said, you know what? I should go back because at least they were honest with me about not liking me. So that was the reason why I said
so
that.
fucking gay.
Okay, who's lied to you here?
Nobody has.
So what is this about honesty then?
I want to go back to these people because at least they were honest about calling me, like, saying they didn't like me and they hate my guts and I was their punching bag. Here, they're all lying to me. Okay, Sasu, when have people lied here? They haven't. So what is the point? What was the point of saying any of that? You're just looking for an excuse. Like, unironically, it's like manipulative behavior, right? It's like, I'm gonna do something that I know will hurt you, right? And I don't mean like in the, sometimes that can be in the physical way, it can be the emotional way, right? Which will be what Sasu is doing here, right? By saying that. It unironically just sounds like they were wanting to say anything that could hurt. That's what I got from it. Again, if people don't like Sasu here, fair enough. I don't think, from my understanding from this, they haven't really lied about it. I know Baiji definitely hasn't lied about disliking Sasu, but yeah.
Well, like, dude, we had a call with you over a month ago that was like, hey, you need to chill out. You need to knock this shit off. And in that call, I was like, I don't hate you. And you know what? I still don't hate you. I just don't like you anymore. There you go, Sasu. I don't like you anymore. And that sucks. Like, Jesus Christ. I can't... What? You know what? All right. Here's my honesty. I'm disappointed. Truly disappointed and pissed off.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed in you, Sasu. I'm just disappointed, okay?
Because I sat here and I wasn't even going to come into this call today because I was like, you know what? I don't have anything else to say. But then I remembered, like, those memos and the document and the big thing that, like I said, that pissed me off was you're like, I'm just going to go back to the people who treated me like shit. And I'm gonna give them more shit for it because at least they're honest. Like, no.
Yeah, buddy.
It just sucks, man. And I don't know. I have a lot to say, but I can't organize my thoughts. So someone else can go now.
Sonny, you can go.
Sunny
Okay,
moment.
Oh my god, I just clicked out of my notes as well. Sorry. I don't know how to start this, I'm gonna be honest, because I'm honestly just confused. Because I've told you multiple times, like hundreds of times at this point, so many times that there's no way that you couldn't say that, or you forgot, or you didn't remember. I've told you so many times that if you need to talk to someone, you can talk to me. So to hear that you've been going to literally everyone else besides me is baffling.
Huh. Because
you say in the doc that I'm one of your closer friends, and you tell everyone that we're friends and that you can trust me and all this stuff, but then you never actually come to me, and you go to other people who have told you that they're not comfortable with you trauma dumping on them.
Dude.
And I just don't understand why. So can you answer that for me, please?
That's so weird.
The best way that I can answer it is that I just go to the first person that I see and just dump on them. That's
so fucking...
That's the blatant truth that I can give you at this moment.
That's so sad, bro.
I'm going to be blunt here. That's fucking stupid. You don't go up to random people. You go to the people that you know you can talk to. Like, if you say that you're on your way to really better yourselves and all that, but you need to start with the basics of setting up a support system.
Apparently this is true to, like, this day. Like, apparently, like, this is just continued behavior from Sasu. They have not stopped this behavior, by the way.
them. You need to be able to recognize who you can and can't talk to. If people have actively said not to trauma dump to them, don't fucking trauma dump to them. You have avenue. There's no excuses. If you had no one there telling you that you can talk to them, I'd understand going to just one of your friends. But if you have an open avenue to talk to people, if there is someone who is telling you, I will listen to you if you need to dump, because that is what I'm, that is what, like, I'm willing to do for you as a friend. You don't go to other people who haven't told you that. You know you have that avenue because I've told you multiple times that you have that avenue. So the fact that you're not exploring it and then you're suddenly telling everyone else that, oh, we're really close friends, it doesn't fucking feel like it. The first time, there are 2 instances recently where you've DM'd me first. All actual conversations about just
I've already fucked this one up, haven't I?
That's all me. I'm the one who DMs you being like, hey, do you want to hang out? Hey, do you want a VC? Hey, do you want to go watch this movie? And twice you've DM'd me recently. Once to vent, which again is fine. I'm not going to use that against you. It is fine that you come to vent with me because that is what I've said, and that is a boundary I set up and said, you can do this.
Yeah, I fucked this
Just
up.
ask me first. So it's fine for you to come and vent to me. So I'm not going to use that. But
Even vents in public Discord servers? Yeah, I've seen that.
DM'd me first in recent times was a message about how you're sorry that I had to deal with Grim, which that's fine. That was a nice thing to say. Thank you. But the only other time was to vent in recent times. And again, not going to use that against you. But do you see how frustrating it is to hear, not even from you, secondhand, that we're apparently close friends when you don't treat me like one? You don't hang out with me.
Like, genuinely, like, unironically, could you imagine doing this, like, outside of Discord? Like, could you imagine? Could you just imagine for a sec, right? Going up to someone on the street being like, hey, hand on shoulder. My cousin killed my dog. And that person's there just like, what the fuck are you saying? Like, again, I unironically think that some people are too nice. Like, if someone is doing that to you, if someone is just, like, unprompted, right? Didn't even ask, right? Like, if you can do it or not, right? Just tell them to fuck off. Or be like, hey, listen, I don't want to talk about this with you. I'm sure you have other people who can, okay? I don't want to talk about this shit with you, okay? It's fucking weird. It's really fucking weird. Oh god. Hey, this is general chat. Can we move this to vent chat? Sorry about your favorite mug breaking though. I'm so sorry. Fucking awful, man. Fucking Christ. Okay.
You don't try to have conversations with me, and then I hear how much you're messaging Smout, or how much you're messaging Lumi at the time, or how much you're messaging everyone else in the server, and then you have the nerve to say I'm one of your closer friends? Maybe you should act like it.
I can understand how that's frustrating, yes.
Yeah, I should fucking hope so. Alexa, stop.
Yeah, hey, Alexa, calm the fuck down, okay? Oh fuck, do I have an Alexa in this room? I hope not. Okay, I don't. I forget we actually have those in this house. And I was like, oh shit. I don't think there's one set up in this room. Thank God. Thank God. Jesus Christ. Oh god, I'm gonna press play. I'm gonna open the window. Fucking hell.
If you understand how that's frustrating, you need to do better, because you said that you were going to do better. You said that you were going to explore the avenues that you have, and you're going to use the support systems that you have. You have your therapist and you have me, because I've openly said that I'm an avenue. And yet you still go to people who have openly said not to trauma dump on them. It's
Imagine Sasu having trauma diarrhea, then going to the nearest Walmart store to dump all over someone. Yeah, I can imagine that.
baffling. So you don't understand, really, because if you understood, you wouldn't fucking do it.
Go.
We've had conversations about. I think this is, and it's so fucking frustrating, because we've had conversations about our past, right? You're one of the only people who fully knows the extent of what happened to me, and you know how similar our fucking situations have been. So it kills me that you don't even have the fucking goal to actually like fucking interact with me like I'm a normal fucking human being. The only DMs we have, I gave up. I would just DM you being like, let's talk, let's VC, and after a while I fucking gave up. That's why our DMs are dead, because I stopped chasing a friendship that clearly doesn't fucking happen. So it's fine if you don't want to put in the effort. It's fine if you don't actually want to have a fucking friendship. Don't fucking put on your doc that we're close friends if you're not gonna fucking act like it.
Bars. Unironically,
I understand, but I want to make.
I don't
very
blame
clear.
like Sonny for being frustrated, right? Like, dude, before dude, I don't ironically, I'd be. Look, there's also a thing of like, okay, I get it, right? You need to like kind of be there for a friend, right? That's what good friends do. But also, if all your conversations have just been like my trauma dump, like the entire time, right? And that's the only reason that someone reaches out to you. After a while, I get a bit annoyed, to be honest, right? Like, if every single conversation was just, oh, this happened to me, this bad, this is me, meh, meh, meh. I understand, right? It does suck, right? My heart would still go out for that person, but also, I don't know. It's a weird fine line, right? Someone should get little Sasu a toy trauma dump truck. True. Very true. Fucking Christ, man. Okay.
I understand that you are frustrated, and I understand that I did not put in the effort. That's my fault. That is totally my fault. And I'm not going to shy away from it. Period.
You sure?
I will take full responsibility for not treating you as a close friend, as I stated.
Lamau.
That's all I just want to say.
Okay. So there's
Sorry.
Pardon? No, you go.
No, I'm just going to save my comments for last.
No, if you have a comment that you want to say about me, then you can go ahead and do it right now.
I have no comments. I have no comments against you specifically. I have other comments in general that I want to say for last.
Fine.
Well,
But Hold on, I'm going to stop for a sec.
Dada?
Drunko wanted to go next, so I'm gonna let Drunko go. I'm planning on staying quiet. I'll keep myself unmuted, but like I will be quiet. I'm just calling out who wants to go next. All right, go ahead, Drunko.
All right, Sasu. Question: do you know how long it takes to fix something on yourself?
What?
A long time. I have no idea what
Okay.
the estimate date is. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
A long time. Do you think 3 weeks is a long time?
In retrospect, no.
Wait, fix
Do you think a
what?
month is a long time?
In retrospect, no.
All right, then. It hasn't been long enough time, and these people that you've hurt and tried to reach out to,
Okay.
do you think they had enough time to recover
No, not
from
at
what
all.
you did? All right, then. Why are you trying to reach out to them? They don't want to talk to you, and I know this has been said before, but it really pisses me off that you think you're owed their attention when you've hurt them. They don't owe you shit. And I was relatively nice the last call, and I said I didn't hate you, and nobody in the call, everyone who was in that first call, also stated that they didn't hate you. Right?
That is correct.
All right, then. Why are you twisting it?
I was not intentionally twisting it. That's what I believed at the time as time was going on.
Right.
All right, that's...
Go ahead.
It just baffles me that somebody tells you, hey man, you hurt me and here's why. I need space from you. And you still don't work on yourself. You still go to other people who are not within this situation to dump on them. That's not fair. That's not right. I didn't do shit to you. You said in your doc or voice memo, whatever one it was, that nobody reached out to you. You didn't reach out to anybody else either. You didn't reach out to me, and I had no problem with you at the time.
That is correct.
You tried to reach out to people that you hurt. And then you say some cockamamie bullshit about you wanting to go back to the alt-right with a group of people that are trans. And
It is looping a little bit. We're gonna bump this up a bit.
Gay?
Again, that was out of complete and utter frustration. I want to make that clear. It was out of
It doesn't excuse it, dude. Like, you still said it. It's like, bro, okay.
complete and utter frustration. I have no intention of rejoining at all.
Interesting.
And this is over like 3 weeks of not being able to talk to certain people.
That was one of the main factors, yes.
Dog. You can't be real.
But the friends you do have, like
Wait,
Sonny,
you can't be real. You couldn't talk to people for 3 weeks, so you're like, I'm gonna go join the Hitler Youth. Like, dude. I'm gonna go join the Nazi party. Like, hyperbolic, right? But what the fuck? Okay, dude.
who had opened their doors to you, you just tossed it aside because that's not the friend that you wanted to talk to. You had a meltdown because Smout had to take a mental health break for reasons unknown that I don't even know. You went to Blue and dumped.
Yes.
You don't just go to your friends to dump. That's not what friends are for. That's what your therapist is for. That's what they get paid for.
True.
Yes,
You
sir.
don't go to people. You don't go to people who are supposed to be your friends to just dump. That's not what they're there for. They're not there for your own personal like agenda where they're like, all right, give me all your shit and I will consume it. That's not what they're there for. They're there for, hey, you want to hang out? Yeah, sure. Or I'm busy. Find something else
Well,
to do.
we know you're busy, but
There's a lot that you can
Okay,
do. You're 25
anyway.
years old.
I want to make it clear, at the time when I was doing it, I thought that's how friendships were. I want to be honest here. I thought that's how friendships progress, that we share a bunch of things, that we talk about stuff that's happened, and we work through it together. When I told my therapist that, and I want to be very clear, when I told my therapist, Pat, he told me to stop immediately because that's not how it works. That's not how friendships work. And once I was told to stop, I was told to stop. I completely and utterly stopped. Now, it hasn't...
Interesting.
I've had issues with regression, and I've had issues with relapsing, but at the same time, I was
Regression?
under the
Age
impression that that's how
regressing?
bonds are formed.
Aw.
That is the honest
Also-
truth. I will not lie about that. Sorry, go ahead.
You also like brushed people's experiences off when they were trying to relate to you.
Hmm.
Yes.
Why?
Dog. So fucking pathetic.
That's
It's a
not
valid-
what friends
Sorry.
do. No, it's fine. I talk slow. I get it. That's not what friends do. You brushed their pain and their trauma off because yours was bigger. You can't measure trauma. That's not what friends do.
That I understand now, yes.
Dude. Wait, was this guy unironically just comparing someone else's trauma to his own and being like, well, my scrape on the knee is actually way worse than your nick on the finger or whatever the fuck, right? Dude. Looks like Simba is gonna fire Sasu because of this. Who the fuck is Simba? Who is Simba? Who are these people? Okay.
Yes, Mount, you can. Sorry.
Oh no, it's all good. Don't worry. Oh fuck. I just forgot. I'm so sorry. It was about the friendship building. Yeah. You gotta keep in mind we did have a call about this, and I have literally told you that it does not work like that at all whatsoever.
Yeah.
I don't know if that is the point where you understood that
You got
or
art.
whatever.
I got
but,
art. Hold on, chat. We need to look at this. Where the fuck is this? What have I been sent? Dude, what have I been sent here? Why am I being pinged? What is this? What is this? What is this? Okay. I'm gonna pull up one of these. We might cover this later, but this one's particularly funny to me. Hold on. Dude. Wasn't here last night, but one thing, Ace. My only response to you is if you have something to say to me about my OC, say it to my face, you absolute vagina. I exist here. The fact that you had to clown on the art of others is fucking disgusting. Interesting. Whilst Amoretta's in the same server. Interesting. You decided to open your mouth and do a stream on me. I don't care about that. But don't try to pull a one up. They try to critique my OCs when you have never created anything. Ace hits him with a Lol. Oh, by the way, stop cyber stalking me. Respect the boundaries of us like you preach with everyone else. How is it cyber stalking? Dude, you unironic. Okay, it's actually just not cyber stalking. It's unironically cannot be. You made it. He didn't even talk to you, and you just interacted with him directly. It's not cyber stalking, you absolute fucking molding fucking corpse of a human being, dude. Holy shit. Oh my god. The fuck is this, dude? That's fucked up. Anyway. Let me look at the art chart. What is this? Prototyping the Yang design. Oh god. Let's have a look. Oh! I like this. I like this. Very cunty. Very, kind of like a pirate type of thing. I like this. I like this a lot. Very cool, Embray. Very, very cool. I like this. I like this. Evil stuff. Evil stuff. Jesus Christ. But dude, that's awesome.
The fact that going to people, and I mean, it's one thing if you want to bond, but the other thing is that it was only a completely one-sided thing.
Yes.
And that is something that you have not changed until this very point. After you have been reminded multiple times that people do not like it.
Am I the only one who's noticed this? But I swear to God, they sound like Templar. Dude, Sasu sounds almost identical to Templar. They've got that fucking cadence, dude. Oh, yes, yes, oh, yes, yes, Josh, my name is Templar. Awful impression, by the way.
That's correct, yes.
Have you gone to your therapist about it?
Yes, I did.
Have you addressed this very point?
Yes, we have addressed this point, that when somebody tells me that they don't want to hear about the trauma dumping or whatever, well, the first thing he actually did say was that leave the hot stuff, the actual trauma stuff, for him and for my family. Don't go to random internet people online. Don't jump on them. They have nothing to do with the life whatsoever unless they explicitly say so, which I did not have at the time. But again, I overruled myself stupidly and did so anyway. He told me straight up not to do that, and the only way that I'm able to form any friendship is if there's a reciprocity, I think he said, where I listen to them and they also listen to me, and it has to be balanced. At the same time, when I described everything that was going on and the way that I was trying to form these relationships and trying to keep these relationships, he did say these are very one-sided. You're not giving any reciprocity to the other person. You need to do that.
Dude, is he like... He's so animated right now. You could hear the fucking slaps, dude. Okay. Maybe it's not the slap of his hands, but his belly rolls flapping in the wind. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's that. It's not clapping, okay. Hands-free clapping, okay. Evil.
And I understood everything, and I put everything into perspective. I actually wrote down everything that he said, and I actually wrote down and spent the last couple of days writing down everything. And I understand, and there is a pattern that, yes, I do have issues with listening to other people. I have issues with dismissing other people's stories. That is my fault, and I am absolutely trying to work on that. It is a very long road. I am trying to make progress on it. And clearly, it has not really gone as far as I thought, and that is my fault, but I will continue to work on it.
I want to add in something real quick, because you said about trauma bonding, and how it was, the trauma bonding was how you formed friendships and stuff. I don't think you really take that to heart, and I'm going to be honest about it, because if you did take that to heart, I've already told you, nobody here knows, like, what I've told you. Yep. You know what I've been through, because I told you.
Yes.
Because I wanted to show that I understood, and I was just like you before I got help. And you don't... where's our fucking friendship, Sasu? Because clearly you didn't take on what I said to you. Because if trauma bonding was really how you made friendships, then you would maybe care a bit more about ours. Because our trauma is pretty fucking similar. So I'm just calling bullshit on that.
No, it's not bullshit, and I will stand by that.
Yeah, buddy.
You got a real fucking funny way of showing it, but okay.
Dog.
I'm gonna chime in real quick. Sassy, you're coming in kind of heated. I understand that you might be frustrated at the situation. I understand that, but being aggressive and clapping in, like, smacking your hand and talking rather
Yeah, Sasu, pipe down, okay? Calm down about your jelly rolls, okay? Calm down about your fucking belly rolls, okay? They're flapping in the wind, Sasu. Calm down, buddy, okay? Calm down, okay? You're gonna cause a fucking Category 5 earthquake, buddy. Calm it down, okay? You know Sasu's coming because, like, if it was like a film, right? it would zoom in on a puddle of water and you'd see the little ripples like it was Jurassic Park, okay? Fucking hell.
Frustratedly is not going to help your case any. Just wanted to say that.
I understand. I'm just getting heated because I'm trying to be as honest as possible, and it seems. Let me be careful here. I'm trying to be honest as possible. I'm trying to be as raw and honest as possible.
Oh, don't be raw.
I said what happened. And just to respond to Plink, what I saw in the chat, that if it's not Lumi, it doesn't matter. That's complete bullshit. Some total bullshit, first and foremost. I have stated that the reason I grew so obsessed with Lumi was because of an emotional attachment to him that got out of control. I'm going to keep...
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and I'm gonna cut in despite saying I wouldn't, to point out the fact that I can tell you exactly why you fucking bonded to me. Do you want me to?
Go ahead, I want to hear.
Because I fucking sat there and I let you vent to me.
Dog.
I would sit through calls with you, and you would share your life story, and I would just nod along and I'd let you go. I would let you go, and you would go on. And because I gave you that quote-unquote avenue of being able to vent your frustrations, you were like, oh man, that's a friend right there. That's a friend. That's not trauma bonding either, because... and I'm gonna point this out to everyone, when I tried to show you the same, where I tried to give you some of my life, which I'm gonna fucking be honest, I gave you like a smidgen of it. You became so uncomfortable, I had to stop and comfort you through it.
Correct.
Dog.
Yeah, that is why you bonded to me. Oh, and also, what was it again you said? About me being trans? I was like the first trans person that accepted you?
Yes.
At the time, I didn't really read into it, I was like, kind of weird, but okay. I find that really fucking weird looking back on it though, because like, really? That's all it took? You having an emotional sponge to take all your shit and then me being trans?
Dude, no, that's not what don't fuck? Even link those two together. Don't even start.
Okay, I'll separate them. I'll keep the trans thing out of it. Me being an emotional sponge.
Yes. Emotional sponge. At the time, yes.
Dude, he's
I'm not gonna lie about it. I'm not gonna
heated.
sugarcoat it. I was absolutely one-sided in it. Absolutely. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. And you people, y'all are gonna sit here and make fucking jokes about it. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on here now.
Dude, what jokes? Getting so heated. Dude, he's fucking slamming his desk. Dude. Where is, like, what is this, like, accent? Because they're just getting, like, it's like a fucking Sopranos character dude. I don't know what the fuck going on, Joey. I'm getting so fucking heated. Getting so fucking heated, man. Getting so heated. You guys are gonna make jokes about me, okay? You guys are gonna make jokes about me. Like, dude, I don't understand. It's like, you're agreeing with what they're saying. They've literally separated, like, they like, oh god, man. Like, they met you in the middle, right? They agreed, like, okay, let me separate the two things, okay? And then you agreed to the separation. It's so fucking stupid. Fucking stupid, dude.
Start.
Okay, I'll separate them. I'll keep the trans thing out of it. Me being an emotional sponge.
I want to hear this fucking desk slam,
emotional
dude.
Sponge. At the time, yes.
I'm gonna lock in on
I'm not
this
gonna lie about it. I'm
bit.
not gonna sugarcoat it. I was absolutely one-sided in it. Absolutely. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. And you people, y'all are gonna sit here and make fucking jokes about it. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on here now.
I'm not making any fucking jokes.
I'm not joking. That's what it sounds like to me.
The only person making jokes is literally Baiji. And you don't get to say you all. I'm gonna call you on that right now.
Fucking Baiji. Dude, I wish I could see this side chat that they got for this call, dude. I want to see Baiji's little, like, inner workings right now during this call.
Only Baiji, excuse me.
Yes, you are excused. Let's continue now. I'm gonna go back to being muted. Well, not muted, quiet.
You said that it does, Plank did, so you were disagreeing with Plank saying that if it isn't like Lumi, it doesn't matter with trauma, yeah?
Yes, it does. It matters for everything. Let me just finish. Let me just state this. I don't want to hurt anyone. That's period. End of story. I don't want to hurt anybody in this call. I don't want to hurt anybody that's in this call right now. Clearly, I fucked up beyond belief. That is clear. My goal is to never hurt anyone. But clearly, I got so one-sided, and I got so involved with myself, and I got so invested with myself and looking for approval for others. I hurt I hurt people regardless. And I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna brush it off. I'm gonna sit here in this call right now, in front of everybody, in front of the 10 or 11 people. I don't know how many people there are right now, but I'm going to take full accountability for what happened. Full uttered accountability and responsibility for it.
We'll see how long this lasts.
Okay. So if it does, so you're saying now that you do actually care about you care about what I've told you compared to what Lumi has told you, yeah?
I will take everybody's criticisms and words equally. Yes.
No, listen. I mean, in the past, if Lumi told you things, oh my god, what we were talking about is the fact that when I gave you trauma,
I gave you
wrong phrasing.
trauma.
When I shared with you my trauma, there wasn't friendship back on it. But then you're talking about trauma bonding being used as friendship. That's what Plink was referring to as if it isn't Lumi, it doesn't matter. Lumi was agreeing. Plink was agreeing with what I said. Now, was that a misunderstanding on your half, or
Yes,
is that
it was,
what you're arguing?
It was a misunderstanding. I did not know the context of what was being said. I didn't understand what was being said. I thought Plink was talking to me, saying that if it's not coming from Lumi's mouth, if the words are not coming from Lumi's mouth, it doesn't matter to me unless it's coming from his mouth. I'm getting tired of it.
Sasu, I'm talking to you in a very low tone right now, and I expect the same respect back.
Dude,
do you understand me?
He's crashing the fuck out. I don't want to hurt anyone in this call, says the person who got so mad he wanted to go to Ireland to kill Lumi. I'm sorry, what, Venkman? There goes my fucking mouse. But what? Dude, we have not got to that part yet. Holy shit, dude. How far into the call are you guys so far? 42 minutes.
Sorry.
I've been very fucking calm with you this whole call. And I will not have you speaking to anyone here or me like that. Do you fucking understand me?
Yes. Yes, I do.
It is fine to be frustrated. I'm fucking frustrated. Everyone here is frustrated with the shit that you've been doing to people. And I understand that not all of it was not intentional. I understand that you seem to, you're not maliciously out here trying to hurt people. But you don't, I'm not done.
Go.
You don't get to, when people are holding you to task, you do genuinely care about it, you're not going to yell at people.
I apologize for yelling.
This will totally be the last time. This will be the last time. This will totally be the last time that they shout on this call. I can't wait.
I forgot to say at the beginning, but I am the mediator in this conversation. So it's two-way street. Nobody's yelling at you. You don't fucking yell at them. If you start yelling, I'm gonna put this down, and people are free to correct me. But if you yell again, I'm personally fucking done. So you don't get to fucking Kumo your mic, bro.
Kumo your mic is crazy.
Is anyone else like to go? I need a second.
Give me a...
Sorry.
Let me just say something real quick. You yell again, I'm going to mute you, and you're going to have to listen to what people have to say. I'm sorry if you do that again. I
unironically don't care. I'm sorry.
All of that was an interjection to what Drunkle was saying. So, Drunkle, if you have any finishing thoughts, you can take them now.
I personally think that you need to get off the internet outside of your job, and you need to learn to properly socialize with people and form real world IRL bonds with people instead of trying to form friendships online when you don't know how friendship works. The best place to start, instead of going online and trying to form online friendships, is to have experience in the real world. Does that make sense?
It does make sense, but I personally disagree because I know that I can absolutely pull off having a good friendship. But yes, I understand. It does make sense.
No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't. That's physically impossible for you. Like, I don't think that's actually possible for Sasu.
That's just personally my advice to you, because seeing and hear how you've tried to have friendships with people online and it's not really getting the results that you want, you should try to form them in real life where you can meet people and see their facial expressions and like read a room. It helps out a lot.
Go outside.
That makes sense. Yes. Now, when you put it in that wording, that does make sense.
When you put it in that wording, well, you're telling me to go outside into the real world and hiss like a vampire at the sun. Yeah, it does make sense. Yes.
Yes, that is what I mean. You have to learn to read a room and see people's facial expressions, and like I know tone is a thing for you,
yes.
So you can easily pick up a tone better when you're face to face with somebody rather than a screen. It helps out a lot. It'll help you get further. That way, when you're online trying to build a friendship, you can read that.
Dude, I'm not gonna... Is this first call like the therapy call? Okay.
That is what works, and that's what will help.
I understand. I absolutely do.
And I think that's all I have to say right now.
All right.
Baiji's up next.
Oh boy.
I can't wait. Dude, I know this is gonna be fucking great, dude. As soon as I heard that fucking oh boy, I knew I was in for a good time. I can't wait. I can't wait.
All right.
Baiji's up next.
Oh boy. Hello, Sasu.
Just
Go
trying
ahead.
not to laugh.
I'm still shocked at this in the long ass 40-minute like monologues going. What's this about expecting respect in Senate of all places?
Lol.
Could you read me back the exact quote? Because I don't remember off the top of my head that I said that. I might have referred to that, but
Does anyone here have the exact quote? I just remember you were talking about how like you're upset there's like not enough people in the server respecting you for like what you've done or something.
Allow me real quick. The only one I can see in the doc was all I wanted was to be respected and be told I am worth it. All I want is a social circle I can come and chill with when I'm work or I had a bad.
I want everyone to tell me that I'm a good boy. That's Sasufrasu.
Okay. Or if I want to do something exciting or worthwhile. I just want a second chance to show that I'm better than what I showed. Please help me through this and give me the opportunity. I read the full paragraph just to be transparent.
with that statement, yes, I did believe in the Senate that I was not really being included with some of the events, and I just felt like that I was being ostracized, and I felt like I was being disrespected.
Lol.
Yeah, about
you
that.
weren't allowed to join our repo games. Rah! Like, fuck off, dude.
You know what the server's about, right?
Barbarian server, yes.
No one's respected in there. Not even Lio's respected in there. Why the fuck would you be respected?
Dude.
A grand sense of entitlement, I guess I'll put it that way.
Uh-huh. I think that's pretty much everything new. I guess we could talk about not just me, but a bunch of people. We would always constantly go behind their back to chat shit.
That with you specifically, that's the only time that I specifically remember going behind somebody's back. With you specifically, going to Lio and Aaron. That time, yes. And I apologize to you in the archive room about it.
Dog.
I'm really quick. I'm gonna cut in and say that's a fucking damn lie, first of all.
Oh.
Because when you and me sat in that call, when Aaron had a problem with you about you joking around, floundering how much money you had to other artists and how they had an issue with that, as soon as they left, you got upset and said, "Oh, they're villainizing me like a goddamn villain. I don't appreciate that."
Dude.
To me, specifically.
It's a fucking, like, shitter server, dude. It's like... What do you mean you expected to be respected in Senate, right? That's so stupid. Dog.
That was after I had spoken to Aaron in a DM about what exactly had happened.
Right, but I'm making the point that regardless, as soon as they fucking left, you straight up talk shit behind their back, saying how you didn't appreciate what they said about you.
The subtitles, and they keep saying like it's Aaron, but it's Aaron, right? It's like when they say Aaron, they're referring to Peaches, right? Because I don't remember Aaron Tempest is the person that comes to mind. I don't think he was in or about Senate, right? I think that's who they're referring to. It's Peaches, right? Okay. We'll see.
That you wouldn't fucking dare tell them if they were in that call.
Oh, hi, Loon.
I can understand how that comes off, yes.
Just, holy fucking shit, dude. Sorry, that's the only thing I wanted to say before I continue my stuff, but go ahead, Reggie.
Yes, it is Peaches, thank you.
Talk about that. When you were talking about me, you went to like a bunch of people here. You know, you went to, I think Smell was one of them.
Oh, this is you, Loon.
Well, when you're talking shit about Aaron, you went to all of them, except Lumi.
I believe so, yes.
I mean, I already know the reason why, but perhaps you would like to just let the room know exactly why.
Dude, I can tell Baiji is trying not to laugh this entire time. It's great. I can tell he's trying so hard to take this somewhat seriously. It's so good, dude.
If I may, real quick, Sasu, you did complain to me about Baiji as well, and I remember to this day that when you were like, "I don't like Baiji," I was like, "Nah, Baiji's fine. He's pretty chill." Just gonna point that out.
I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about how they went to you about that, but they went to the same people except for you about Aaron. Which I found pretty hilarious because I'm pretty sure that there's a slight paranoia that your shit talking would get back to them, and then you'll get confronted about it. Is that a correct assessment?
That's a correct assessment, yes.
Jesus Christ.
Dude.
Which, I'm gonna be blunt.
I did tell Aaron about the shit that you told me about them, and they're not happy with you about that. But they're not here to discuss this with you. But, you know, just put that out there for you to think about. So, you should probably think about what you say before you decide to talk shit about other people.
Yeah, that's the only reason I'm bringing that up right now, because they're not here to talk about it. But I will just say this one last thing. Again, you wanting respect in the Senate, I don't think being a coward and talk behind a bunch of moderators' backs is the winning strategy there.
That's fair. I understand.
That's pretty much it.
I'm not trying to be dismissive. I understand genuinely.
Yeah, buddy.
Right, well,
sure.
Very cool.
See,
all right, Sasu. I have a lot of
punches
things
the
to say to you.
microphone.
First, one of them already touched upon, but I'm going to retouch. We had a call back in March. Again, it was you, me, and Aaron. Aaron didn't like how you were joking around with how much money you had as soon as they left. You got pissed off about that. You felt like they were demonizing you, saying they don't respect you, yada, 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 and you broke down crying in front of me, which for the past 20 minutes of my time being there with you in archive call, tried to be a good friend with you to calm you down. And you kept going on and on and on. What seemed like, well, not fishing for attention, that's not the right word I want to use here. But
sorry, go ahead, you finish.
I'd also appreciate if you didn't fucking cut me off, honestly, because you kept doing that throughout the duration of this.
Dude, he's so close to exploding every 5 milliseconds. He goes from like, yep, I understand, to, you sound like I'm having a fun time, like within like the span of like a second. They're like a nuclear bomb. It's like a hair trigger every single time. It's great.
And if you keep doing it, I'm not going to be as happy as I am with you right now. Do you understand me?
Yes, I understand. I apologize.
Okay, cool. But you kept going, and then I told you I don't think they're trying to paint you like that. That's just how they feel. And then that's when you broke down, telling me, oh, it's just like the old group over and over. And then that's when you broke down. But the one thing that kind of stuck with me with that one, minutes after, through your little sob fit, you tell me, you don't think I'm a villain or a bad guy, do you, Missy? Which, I'm sorry, that was a massive red flag for me.
Do you know if am I a bad guy? Are we the baddies? Are we the baddies? Are we the bad guys? Dude, it's so pathetic.
Because, forget, who in their right mind, in a sobbing fit, would look at somebody and go, you don't think I'm that bad, do you? Because that's an indication that you know that you're horrible deep down. You just need to ask for validation. And that's not okay. Because it seemed like what you were doing to me, you weren't trauma dumping, but you were acting as if I was your therapist, which guess what? I'm younger than you. I'm about to be 20 in a couple of months.
Seems to be a trend with this guy. Unironically, this just seems to be the most concurrent trend with Sasu.
I am in no means a fucking mental health professional, and I've told you this too, in that call that day, that I'm not, and I'm trying my best to help you. It got so bad to where I had to ask Lumi and Sunny, and bless them, because if they didn't, I didn't know what else to do. Took time out of their day to join that call and help you. So you see how I'm kind of frustrated with that, though, yeah?
Yes, I do.
Holy shit, okay.
I want to make something clear, and I want to make it clear right now at this moment in time. I never, and I want to make it very clear. Sorry, that shit's falling off my desk.
Stop slapping your belly, dude. This is fucked up. I'm just gonna headcanon. Every single time we hear a loud bang in this call from Sasu's mic, we are just slapping their big belly on the desk, okay?
I want to make it clear. None of the things I ever...
Dude, I called that shit, okay?
During this whole thing were intentional. I was not sympathy baiting. I did trauma dump, but it was not for nefarious purposes. I want to make that perfectly clear.
Okay.
I did not try to go behind people's backs nefariously.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You just admitted to. You just admitted to going behind people's backs. You did. You did go nefariously behind people's backs to the point where you admitted you were paranoid about your shit talking, getting back to the people you were shit talking. Dude, this guy can't go 5 seconds without lying. Like, in the same call. It was like the last point before, like, Loon's, like, talking point. Brother. This is what happens when you're, like, a prolific liar. You can't keep track of the lies. It's so good, dude.
During this whole ordeal was nefarious. I cannot make that any more clear. I made very poor, exceptionally poor decisions on how to deal with situations. No question whatsoever. I made 100% poor decisions that I could have...
Poor decisions like, I'm going to go back to joining the alt-right because you guys were mean to me.
Stopped at any moment in time, or I could have reflected at any time. And I'm looking at what's...
Well, actually, it wasn't even that people were being mean to Sasu from the looks of things. It looked like people were genuinely caring for Sasu. But it just got to like a breaking point. The only person who was like being quote-unquote mean to Sasu would be Baiji. Because Baiji doesn't keep that hidden. It's great.
He's stating here. Yes, I have been told over and over and over again to stop it. And I willfully made the decision to let my emotions get the best of me and to not follow that.
Okay, so that was a choice. So you're
Was
saying
a
none of
choice.
it was intentional, none of it was a choice. No, none of it was nefarious, but then you're given the thing that you need to do to better yourself over and over and over again. You're told multiple times, not even like given the advice on how to better yourself, it's also being told people's boundaries and how you're hurting people, and then you continue to do the same thing. So where's the cutoff? At what point do we go, okay, you're just not listening?
I want to say... Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I want to state that when it cuts off is when it becomes more and more intense in nature, and when it becomes systematic and when there's a pattern. I never, ever, 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 ever try to do anything like this nefariously for any sympathy points, for any thrill, or anything of that nature. I want to make that completely fucking clear, because and this is just from what I'm getting, and please correct me if I'm wrong, it seems like that is the feel I'm getting in this room, that I am somehow trying to do this for nefarious purposes, and I'm trying to do this
Oh my god.
But you are.
No, hold on. Okay, no, I'm gonna cut this off real quick. Sasu,
Oh
I'm gonna say
God.
this for everyone in this fucking room right now, okay? Okay? I want you to take this on board. Everyone here, I'm gonna speak for everyone here, which I probably shouldn't, but I will. Nobody here is saying it's nefarious.
No, don't
If I
spoil
state
it,
to you
pick me
multiple
up.
times that nobody is saying is nefarious. And as Blue has written, and I'm gonna read out what Blue just said, intent is crucial, but what is more important is its effect on others. The point is, while it wasn't purposefully done or nefarious, it has still hurt people. That's what people are going on about, okay?
Yes.
And
Fantastic.
to
Continue.
yeah, and to add on to it, it's not,
Fantastic.
we're not saying
Great.
if I have ignored what I've said again. We're not saying it's nefarious. We're saying that when it happened the first time, we told you, hey, this is hurting people. What you're doing is hurting people, and here's some steps you could do to avoid doing that. But what you're doing is
Log
hurtful,
off.
and you shouldn't do it.
Log
And then you
off
did it again,
helps.
and we were like, okay, let's try this again, because clearly you didn't. You're saying that you're making a thing on changing, so that's something. But you're doing the same thing again, so we have to correct you again, and then you do it again, and we have to correct you again. So it gets to the point when you do it over and over and over again. Where is the cutoff point? Because you ignored that question the first time I asked it, so I'm gonna ask it again. Where is the cutoff point supposed to be where we go, okay, at this point you're just not listening?
When it intensifies in nature and it becomes daily and it becomes systematic. I never
Which
got
is
to
what
that
it
point. At least I don't think I got to that point.
did.
You did it multiple times. We told you don't do this, and then you did it again.
Guys, I need to be doing it every waking moment of every single day, okay? I need to be killing puppies in the street every day for that kind of thing to become a problem, okay? Like, dude, you've been told multiple times, okay? It doesn't matter if it's like over the span of a few days or a few weeks, you're consistently doing it as a pattern of behavior, right? It's a pattern of behavior of you repeating the same bad behavior and then not learning from it. And also being told that it's bad behavior and still continuing the action. It's pathetic. So pathetic. Sasu, let me give context, because that totally justifies all the she things I do. Yeah, exactly. Again, right, you can have a ill intent, right? But the effect of those actions are still felt at the end of the day, right? Like, I may have accidentally broadside shot a sheep in the back of the head, right? But the farmer's still going to be pissed off at me because I've just broadside shot smoothboard the sheep's head off. Like, I don't know what's up with me tonight. I'm making these hypotheticals, but Jesus Christ. Okay.
Trauma dumped on people so many times. We've said don't trauma dump on people who've set up the boundary that they don't want you to trauma dump on them. There are avenues you can take to trauma dump. Like there are people you can vent to who have openly said that you can vent to them. This is the same conversation I had with Orion, that you need to find your support systems, the basic base of how to improve. And you're just not listening. You're still going to the same people who have already said that they're not comfortable with it, and they're being hurt by you constantly coming to them to vent. That is what I mean by woeful ignorance. It's starting. That's where the line is crossed between, like, just forgetting or panicking in the moment, and then learning, and then just not listening. You admitted in this call that you just go to the first person, which means that you're woefully not using your brain, which you've been told to use multiple times, to at least have the temerity. Oh, not the temerity. The good graces to go to someone who actually can handle, like, having you vent to them. That's the difference.
what I will agree with your term of woeful ignorant. Yes, I was woefully ignorant when I made those decisions. I was not using my brain. I was not thinking properly. I just went to the first person I saw and dumped on them. That should have never happened. I am not going to fucking dismiss that 100%. I'm not going to dismiss it at all, to be honest with you. And yes, from what I'm looking at what Blue is saying in the chat, yes, now I understand the reason that a lot of people are upset is because of the repeat offenses and the fact of the effect that it's had on people. And it's happened over and over and over again. That I understand.
Yes.
And it should have been corrected a while ago.
Now we know what
But
Yennefer does for fun. No.
I want to make it clear
no.
that I'm working with my therapist, with my own family, and other people I do still have connections with in real life to help me through this and to get better at social construction. That I can promise you. That I can promise you 100% right now on this call.
Since we are on the subject of owning up and apologies,
but like that doesn't fix it, right? Like it's all well and good saying that, right? That you're working on this with like people in your real life, right? But that's way too late. Like this seems to be a recurring pattern that spanned over who knows how long with like the people online, right? I get it, right? People have a separation between online and offline friends, right? Clearly, there's a different level of connection there. That's just blatantly what's going to happen, right? But it's still a person at the end of the day, right? Like, you're still doing that to person that you're calling a person you are calling a friend at some level, right? So it's I don't know, it almost feels like Sasu has just used these people as his dumping ground on all his problems, and then just to have a quote-unquote better life outside of the internet, basically. Very weird. Very fucking weird. It's almost as if you should be using the actual resources around you, like your therapist, and not people online. And it is interesting, right? Because even the therapist told him to stop doing this, and yet it seems to be a repeated pattern of behavior. Fucking Christ. Rice, wow. What are you saying, Nevertheless?
And this is my final point I want to make before I'm completely done, when everybody else, has their turn. I've had time to sit down with Lumi when we hung out and listen to all the audios. I find it funny that you give everybody else, and fucking Baiji of all people, an apology for something as minor as something like a joke that you didn't like and didn't take lightly. Where the fuck was my apology with the shit that I had to sit through with you, Sasu? Where was that? Because as far as I'm fucking aware, and what other people have heard, I think I actually do deserve a fucking apology. Because the shit that I went through with you, I don't fucking deserve.
Right, like I think I stated in that voice memo that there were certain people I couldn't remember off the top of my head. Yes, that now that you refreshed my memory, you've brought my recollection back, I did do that, so I will apologize to you. I am sorry for putting all of that on you during that call, trauma dumping on you, crying in your face, and making you feel generally discomforted as a result of my actions. I should have not done that. It should have been taken completely far away from the whole server in general. Not just you, not just Lumi, not just Sunny, but everybody in general. That was my fault, and I am sorry about that.
All right.
Now, whether or not you wish to accept that is totally up to you.
No, at this fucking point, I'm not. Actually, no, I am mad, right? But I'm not pissed off at you specifically. I'm pissed off at the situation in general, right?
Right.
I don't fucking hate you. I'm just disappointed at the fact that it turned out like this, because Sasu, what fucking hurt the most was when he kept saying in those calls, like, I have nobody to go to, I have nobody to talk to. Dude, if you were fine, I was right fucking here. You could have come to me at any point in my fucking DMs. It shouldn't have to take me to go to you to ask you if you're okay. Like, I get it, talking is fucking hard. Hi. I'm a fucking awkward teenager who can't talk or fucking hold a conversation for the life of me. But if you were to fucking go to my DMs and ask how my day was, I would have been friendly with you. We would have been fine, but now, no. Fuck, dude. Okay, I'm done. If anybody else wants to fucking go for it.
Oh shit, what have I done?
Holy
good,
shit.
Good.
I have, because obviously I had to cut my turn off a little early. Am I allowed to just quickly say my last bit?
Yeah, say your piece and then Snout goes.
Okay. Well, that's good, because my point is actually, well, actually, I don't know if Smout wants to talk about it, so I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I think you need to fucking, you don't apologize to Missy, and then you put Smout off to as a fucking just side apology with, like, the rest of them, when Smout has been there for you, probably the most out of any of us, much to everyone's regret. You need to. I'm gonna let Smout talk, but out of everyone here, I think Smout is one of the people you need to apologize to the most, and I hope you keep apologizing. And you better put some sincerity into your fucking tone, because I'm sick of these PR fucking statements.
Lamau.
I came into this call. I was when I was listening to some of these calls and reading the docs, I felt so incredibly bad, because I felt like I didn't do enough.
Sonny.
But listening to, just let me say this, please. But now listening to the way that it was the difference between the doc and the voice notes was incredible, because reading the docs I felt so guilty. It felt so horrible, and then listening to the voice notes and listening to you here on this call, shouting at people, is insane to me. And I don't know. I felt so, like, I just felt so guilty. I know I don't. So genuinely, thank you for this call, because it's clear that you don't fucking care as much as you sit there and you say, I do care. You don't, because you've shown it through your actions and the way you've spoken to people in this call and the way you've spoken to me. So I'm done. So yeah, that's all. Smack can talk, and you.
Okay.
Fucking Christ.
How do I put this? I have been there for how many weeks, months? I have been there talking with you. I mean, usually you came to me, and I was completely fine with you venting to me. And the fact that when I wasn't available for 1 week because of something IRL, that you just go to somebody else and pull off something as horrifying, honestly, as this, was quite shocking to me, because I thought I was reliable enough to be talked to. Apparently I am not, which is completely fine. I do know that you have been saying that you need more people and whatnot. Kind of has been feeling like you've been brushing me a bit to the side, because quite frankly I wasn't enough or something. I'm not saying that it was your intention. I'm just saying that it feels like that and it sounds like that, which I personally is kind of like saddening, really.
Right.
I was trying to be as much of a listener as I could be. I tried to give some advice. Keep in mind, I'm just some fucking teenager trying to help out. Even I only have like certain capacities. I can only do so much to help, because in the end, it's all in your hands. As I told you in the last call, you need to do the changes. It's for you. You're doing it for.
Interesting.
The side thing is that other people around you will be more understanding and accepting, and might even be able to get closer to you. But the way it's going, like as it is going now, it will go nowhere, besides from everyone feeling hurt and being left out, or not wanting to associate with you anymore, because all you do is basically just go to people, talk to them, trauma dump, because I don't know. I don't really like the way you keep talking to people, and for me personally, I still kind of am sad about it sometimes, where you've kind of like been disregarding me in some way, one or another. And I know I'm not the center focus. I just
buddy.
try to be as much of a friend as I could be. And I'm just tired. I can only do so much to help, and I don't really have the capacities to constantly do that anymore. So, I believe that as of now, after all of this ended...
Ah, fuck. What happened?
There
we go.
Whole
Shit.
conversation.
Sorry.
You need to get your help. You need the time to finally address it properly, to get to the bottom of it, as you are doing now, I believe.
Yes.
And until then, I don't believe you can actually have a proper online friendship, because you cannot read the social cues. You can't really tell how to fucking pull a conversation properly without making it about the one trauma you have, which is I don't even know how to put it into words. So yeah, if you want to tell me something, you can now.
I got a lot of things to say, to be honest with
Oh
you.
boy.
Not just for you, but everybody here, but I would prefer to wait until everybody said their piece at this point.
Interesting. I can't wait.
I don't really have any words anymore. I kind of forgot, honestly. I'm just kind of like... I don't know.
Oh god, yeah, I see it too, Adam. Dude, also man, dude, that's a fucked up. That's a fucked up PFP. God.
Does anybody else want to say anything?
Those who know.
I have some quick things I'd like to say. Would you like to go before or after me, Lumi?
No, because I've got a lot to say.
Okay. I wanna pull down some things right now. So for clarity, you haven't hurt me, so you don't owe me an apology for anything. Let's get that out of the way. All right?
That's fair.
We understand that? Okay. I know you. Give me a sec. I'm trying to find the word here. Your tone is very dismissive, and how you're wording yourself is incredibly
Nah. Also, I'm now saying that your PFP is the fucking is the shears. What's it called? The shears fucking the shears plates. Okay, those who know.
Like reading through your doc, I read through it. I took notes on it even. You use words like appeared and suggested to obfuscate almost about the actual impact you had on these people.
Let's see if I can make this work.
And you're really dancing around what you should be saying. Instead of saying I hurt you, you say I appear to have hurt you in some way. You don't say what you you
This
talk
might be quite loud.
as if you're trying to move around the blame and shift it to make it less.
Shit.
And you've been doing that for like the entire call. Is where you tried to lessen it. I don't give a shit what your intentions were. You hurt these people. I don't give a single fuck if you didn't mean to hurt people. You have been a repeat offender who has genuinely hurt all of these people in this call in some way or another, some more than others. And I think that how you talk is something that really does need to be addressed because it's very undermining. And it really does try to lessen the impact. Because I don't care if you didn't mean to hurt people. You hurt people. And the fact that you have to keep reiterating, I didn't mean to do this, while people are pouring their hearts out to you is pretty disgusting. I'm done. Lumi, you can go.
Okay.
All right. So first things first, I just wanted to ask, Sasa, do you have any intention of sticking around for people to give you their opinions of what you have to say at the end?
Yes, I would.
Okay, good. I'm sorry for the banging. There's people closing doors. Now.
Fine.
Okay. So first things first, I'm gonna try and stay as calm as I can. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty fucking angry about a lot of this shit, right? Like, I saw the doc. I saw the voice notes. Now, during the time I saw the doc and voice notes, I still completed the commission for you. No.
Yes.
That's because I separate my work from my emotions. I can work with anyone, as long as they're not deplorable stacks of shit that draw shit like fucking children getting mauled or something like that. Like, I can work with anyone. Keep in mind, I'm gonna point this out. I was on the brink of just going, fuck this, dropping it and just refunding you, but I don't remember who it was. Someone basically told me, you've already put the work in, it's not fair on you. So I completed it. And I think I actually completed it pretty fairly. Now, I have a lot of things to say. The one thing I will say is, out of everyone in this fucking call, I do not give a shit if you apologize to me. I don't do apologies, I despise them. It's actions rather than words that work for me. And that call we had, you probably know the
the furry art? What furry art? Lyle's evil cousin? What are you talking about, dude? What the fuck are you talking about? This is fucked up.
You're really good with dates. I'm awful with dates. But when I pulled you into that group call with all these people, right? I pointed out to you, right? How to carry conversations. How to engage in conversations that benefit both sides. I pointed out to you that trauma dumping is not a good fucking thing to do unless the person states they're okay with it. I'm actually going to disagree with Sunny there of like, if they say they don't want it, don't do it. It's the other way around. Do it if they ask for it. Otherwise, shut up, never do it. I'm disappointed that we sat through that call, and after that call happened where we sat you down and we treated you with kitty gloves. We really did. We were gentle on you. We didn't yell. This is the outcome. Now, unfortunately, it feels like that whole call was a waste of time.
The Sasu furry art? I don't have it. What are you referring to, dude?
Because look at where we are now. I mean, that doc, the voice notes, oh boy, I listened to those voice notes, I was livid. I saw the doc, and Sasu, I think you know by now, I'm not the type to write paragraphs when I'm angry. I'm actually writing a small paragraph in relation to one part of that doc, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
So that part that I was talking about was, and this is quoting from you, most of this stems from an incident that happened on Memorial Day, wherein I requested entry into one person's server, me, who I had obsessed over, because I had been growing weary of the Senate and needed another server to go to so I could leave. Another reason was because I believed I could go in without breaking boundaries and be able to control myself around those I hurt. The request went to a vote. I was not expecting an entry, rather I was expecting some backlash, but I was told that the vote was unanimous in the noes. I do not know who was voting on it, that was the point, but the fact was that it appeared no one had actually supported me through this and it was empty words. Now,
dog. I'll
actually play you a fair one. I'm actually going to read out the paragraph I wrote that day, because I was very angry. Because, frankly, not being allowed into this server does not mean we don't support your fucking recovery or your change. Now, Sasu, the statements within this paragraph are genuinely spinning a different narrative to how you actually came at me. You asked for entry to a private server that I have made invite only. Your reason stated was, and I will copy paste this, okay, that's totally fair. I was interested in potentially joining for learning more about art and joining in on gaming event streams, to which I straight up told you that is not what the server is. I would up to a vote to be fair, because usually we just discuss someone I mentioned joining, which is true. I decided to keep it bland and even sent you the response for the sake of transparency. You are not entitled to places that are private. There are people there who don't want you around. And frankly, after this, I am uncomfortable with the fact that you're using this fucking event in this doc, despite the fact that you actually got the special treatment there and had your entry put up to a vote. Nothing in the message I sent you even suggested anything about you being unable to control yourself, and that you were written off as anything. This is an assumption you yourself have made and forced upon us. You don't get to see one thing and then assume it's fact. I do not know how something as simple as a picture of a vote where 6 people were against you joining had given you all of those ideas, but it's genuinely concerning. Stop.
I didn't even realize that I got the special treatment.
Oh no, and I actually do encourage everyone else in the call to back me up on this. Do I usually put people's joining to a vote?
No.
Normally it's just you making the indecision.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I'll usually, like, for example, I'm gonna pull a name out of my ass. Blue.
Yeah, buddy.
Let's pretend Blue's joining. My usual approach is like, hey guys, does anybody have anything against, Blue joining? And people are like, yeah, no, Blue's fine. And they get an invite. That's how the server has operated since day one. I pull people in that I think are right. You weren't pulled in because I wanted boundaries. I wanted to separate you from me because, frankly, Sasu, you admitted yourself, in the doc, you were obsessed with me.
Yes.
Yeah, and I wanted to put some boundaries before us, and I put distance between us. Did you not notice that I only spoke to you in regards to the commission?
Putting it that way, yes. Now that you put it in retrospect, yes, it was only about the commission.
Yeah, because I put boundaries down because I did not want anything to fucking spiral out from it. I didn't want to give you false hope that we are closer than we were.
Can I just state something really fast?
Go ahead.
I thought at the time when you were sending me those commissions, when they were, and I do remember the date, May 21st, when you were sending those messages, showing the sketches, you were kind of being a little bit playful with, like some emojis and the way that was wording. I thought sometime, or at least sometime had passed to a point where at least I could start rebuilding some of that friendship. That's what I had thought.
Oh, hold on. One sec. One sec then, if that's what you're going off. Let me just go into my DMs real quick with someone.
And while you're pulling up those DMs, I honestly believed, yes, at that time, 4 weeks was enough. And I thought it was enough time. And when I was in the Senate having conversations about many other things, I thought that I was doing relatively well. And I thought that enough time had passed and I had made at least enough progress to start the rebuilding process.
Okay.
At least start. And I want to make it very clear what my therapist said to me. And I want to make it clear. He told me that I should stay in the group because exposure therapy would work.
What?
That's what he told me.
Great. That's Senate, not the server. Anyhow, I'm gonna send this in, chat real quick.
Sorry, hold on. Let me go back. Sorry if I've been saying too much chat, but because there's not really too much to really comment on this.
One sec then, if that's what you're going off. Let me just go into my DMs real quick with someone.
And while you're pulling up those DMs, I honestly believed, yes, at that time, 4 weeks was enough. And I thought it was enough time. And when I was in the Senate having conversations about many other things, I thought that I was doing relatively well. And I thought that enough time had passed and I had made at least enough progress to start the rebuilding process.
Okay.
At least start. And I want to make it very clear what my therapist said to me. And I want to make it clear. He told me that I should stay in the group because exposure therapy would work. That's what he told me.
Great. That's Senate, not the server. Anyhow, I'm gonna send this in chat real quick.
Exposure therapy? Exposure therapy. Okay.
Do I sound friendly here? Because I'm using emoji? I think I'm coming off right friendly. That's my
Also,
approach.
if you guys are curious about what that noise is, I'm trying to open up a game windowed on Steam just so I can get something going in the background. But it's not wanting to do it. I've tried doing the launch options. I don't know. But anyway.
Most people, I try to be nice and friendly. My commissioners, in my experience, tend to come at me with the fact that I'm very open, I'm very communicative, and that I am able to communicate pretty efficiently with them. The use of emojis is something I do to lighten up my text, because I over-exaggerate how I express myself.
Actually,
I over-exaggerate my emotions, because otherwise, I'm very monotone. That's all
See
it
if
was.
this fixed it. Last time I'm trying
Now I
this,
get
by
it.
the way.
Tone indicators, I don't use them. Fine. But the use of emojis, me joking around, I do that with peanuts, and they're not working at my friends.
Didn't work.
They're not.
No, they're not. And clearly I took that on a completely different scale.
That you did. I'm not joking around, you did.
Sorry, chat.
Now,
Sorry, chat.
Bailey, shoot me a DM if you're okay with me reading out your points.
Did not work.
I just want to keep that for later.
Evil.
Can I cut in real quick because you were mentioning the server thing?
Yep.
So keep in mind, I did give you a link to a server
We'll try this.
I am still part of
Hold on.
for a long time for
This
just
one works.
socializing and for things that you would like to do in general.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really understand that point.
I'm hoping this
Especially
doesn't
because
break
I did
everything.
give you an option with more than enough people to do that with, and a server I was personally part of for a
Holy
long
shit.
time. And no, it would be a good option.
See if I can get this to work.
That I understand. Yes, you did give me a link to that server. I'm still in that server right now. I have not used it that much. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I just said I know.
That was just
That you were on the server.
The reason I wanted to join this server that we're in right now, that we're in, is because, for the reasons I told Lumi, was because I was under the impression that if I joined, we talk about art, video games. Because frankly, I knew at that time that it felt like a relapse was coming. Now, I should have absolutely distanced myself before the relapse happened. That is my fault. I will take full responsibility on that front. And I apologize for that relapse that was public and leaked in, or I willingly went to other people's DMs to vent those frustrations when I was in that relapse. I did not want to leave this community outright. I did not want to leave it outright. I'm sorry, I clapped my hands again. I apologize.
I clapped my belly again.
I did not want to leave this community outright because I have there's a lot of peanuts that do talk to me on a regular basis, that do respect well, I shouldn't say respect my presence, because that seems a little egotistical, but they're happy that I'm there. They like talking to me. I did not want to leave them hanging and then just completely just go away like that. I did not want to rip myself away and then leave everybody, because I do try to help as many people as possible in there with issues. I try to be a guy that opens the door to everybody and say, look, what's happening? How can I help you? You know, what can I do for you? I try to do that with everyone.
Am I broken?
And I knew at some point that I was getting off serious, and when that relapse happened, was, I would say May 28th, 29th, I was looking to get out of the Senate and go into somewhere like this, because I know I've spoken with Snow before. I've spoken with everybody in here almost. Or I guess everybody in here I have spoken with at least once. And I was going to make a return to the Senate once I got better. And I don't know when that was going to be. I didn't know when that was going to be, like, put in place. Yeah, but I wanted to keep a line of communication open, because I wasn't sure if I was going to leave Aaron's server. I wasn't sure if I was going to leave Sarah's server. I know probably 1 or 2 people in this room are in Sarah's server. I didn't know if I was going to leave the Book of Omens. I didn't know what I was going to do. And yes, I was looking to help. Let me just respond to Blue really fast. I was looking to help people when I myself was in recovery. Yes, I was trying to do that because I wanted to help other people so they could steer away from what was going on. I wanted to help them because there's a lot of people in that server that do struggle, and I want to be a voice for them. And I want to be an open door to them so they can vent their frustrations. I can help them walk through other people's boundaries. I want to be someone that helps people, not dismiss them.
Okay, now stop right now. Please take a breather.
But these people have already explained to Sasu that they just, like, don't take on other people's stuff. Like, it's so interesting. Like, Lumi even said that, like, when they try telling them about, like, the shit that happened to them, they just didn't take it in the slightest. It's so weird. Also, hello, K-Huck Raiders. Hello, cuckers. Hello, my little cucks. Okay, welcome in. Today we're learning about Sasufrasu. Okay, welcome in. Hello. Guys, holy shit. How are you all doing? Welcome in. Have you guys been having fun reading your KP doc and whatever gay shit that you do in the cucking cast, okay? Evil stuff, okay? Very, very evil stuff. Okay. We're gonna continue, okay?
Like, just breathe for 1 second.
Yeah,
because I also did tell you that in the last call, which is basically the reason why you did leave the Senate, because we did have a conversation about
I don't have it,
and we did also talk about the help thing. You cannot help anyone, especially not if you yourself are drowning, or like with the fruit I compared it to. You cannot. You need to help yourself first, and this takes time. And this cannot be done in a week or 2 or in a month.
You know what's the funniest part is that, like, you're saying that it's about what you said to him in the last call, but Sasu, the first time we had that big call where you told me everything and I told you everything we had, do you remember the one thing I drilled into your head?
You might need to refresh me on that one. I apologize.
Of fucking course. You can't help people if you don't help yourself first. Yes. Because you cannot truly love the people around you if you don't love yourself first. You need to be able to recognize the emotion in yourself before you can actually apply it to anyone else around you. I've been telling you this for months.
And I'm going to be honest with you right now. I don't necessarily love myself for how I'm in here now.
What's your tone with me, please?
I'm not trying to be dismissive. I'm not trying to get an angry tone. I apologize. I'm just trying to state I'm not happy with myself either with how I ended up in this shit again. Because clearly I thought I was on a good trajectory. Clearly that's not the case. That was not the case at all whatsoever. And clearly I tried to put, how would I describe this? I tried to jump back in.
It's not Peaches. It's not Peaches, okay? Leave Sunny alone. That is not Peaches. Can we please stop saying every single time Sunny talks that, oh my god, is that Peaches? Dude, poor Sunny, dude. Sunny's fine, okay? Sunny's chill. Leave Sunny alone. Thank you very much, Francis, for the $2. Much like war, Sasu never changes. So true. So fucking true, dude. Feels so bad for Smell having to waste so much time. Having so much time wasted on this numbskull. True.
Came too early. If that makes any lick of sense whatsoever. I should have I'm gonna wait until Lumi and you are all finished. I'm gonna wait.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
So can I continue speaking, Sunny, or
yes?
Oh yeah, no, go for it.
Who wants to know? Go on.
Okay, if your intention was to have a server to jump to, why didn't you make your own server? Like, why didn't you find a couple peanuts that you like and get yourself a little server? Why did it have to be Lumi's server?
No,
why weren't you active in
leave
the
the
server
peanuts
that
alone.
Smelt invited you into?
Might
Or
eat
Sarah's
them.
server. Sarah's server has plenty of
No.
artists and gaming events in it.
Because I was still addicted, somewhat addicted or obsessed with Lumi at the time.
Addicted is crazy.
I'm not gonna lie. I am not going to lie on that whatsoever.
Okay, so you
Fucking
admit
hell,
that you
man.
were still addicted to Lumi. You still had those parasocial tendencies.
Not as strong, but yes, they still existed.
Okay, then why did you write an entire document and voice notes about how angry you were that you weren't let into the server?
Because, again, and I made it clear in that document, that I thought the main reason why was because I was being rejected and nobody had seen my progress or nobody had acknowledged my progress, and that it was being written off and I had already been put into that category of write-offs, degenerates, etc. And I told Smout, and Smout, I think you remember when I said this, I was worried I was being put in the same category as Grim, I think I said to you
Who
directly.
the fuck is Grim?
Yeah, you did.
I did, yes.
But do you also remember what I told you?
Who the fuck is
Yes.
Grim?
That it was completely different. That my situation and Grim's situation were completely different.
Yeah, they are. Oh, I agree. Smile, are you done? I do get back to my point.
No, yeah, continue.
It's something that's bugging me. Sasu, you pointed out the people in this call are people you've spoken to at least once with. You had no idea who the fuck was in my server.
No.
Okay.
Dude.
Billy is not in Senate. Billy is here. My friend, Pierce, he's not in Senate. He's here. I'm pulling people in close to me in here as well, not just people from Senate. That assumption was stupid. Don't fucking live off of assumptions. It's something that's gotten you into a hole. You're not gonna dig yourself out if you keep getting yourself into that hole. Right?
Yeah, I gotta stop digging myself in the hole, but yes.
You really do. No.
This
Just a small
fucking
thing,
guy.
a very minuscule thing. You don't need to be in Senate to talk to the peanuts that you want to hang out with. I personally very much disagree with you playing fucking mini therapist to them because you're trying to help them, in air quotations there. Don't help people if you can't get help yourself. Help yourself first, that's one. Two, you can just add them as friends and then leave.
That thought did not cross my mind at all.
How did it not cross your mind?
This guy.
Because I was in the middle of a complete and utter mental. I don't. It just never crossed. It never crossed my mind because I was thinking completely ridiculous, and I was all over the place, and it never once crossed my mind. I'm not gonna lie on that.
See, I find it a bit weird because you've talked to me in DMs, you've spoken to Sunny in DMs, you've spoken to many people in DMs, and I'm sure those other peanuts you also spoke to in DMs. You don't talk to them within the server, do you?
Not
exclusively.
Not exclusively, no.
Yeah. So that's why I'm so fucking confused, because you leaving Senate would have just meant you only talk in DMs. And that to me is just fucking weird. No.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, just one last thing before I read out Billy's points, because Billy's been nice. Billy's been putting down points. And I do believe that they are valid enough to be read out, and I will read them in quick succession so it's easy for everyone. Now, this is a very minuscule thing in my opinion. When I listened to the voice notes, I don't know how everyone else took it, but I felt it was kind of fucking... Oh, sorry, it wasn't the voice notes, it was the doc, actually. Let me check that real quick.
It was a document in voice notes, sorry.
Grim, I think, is one of Laios Detractors. Never heard of them.
I'm talking about where the point I'm referring to is.
Okay.
Let's see. I believe it wasn't doc. Where you proceed to say, this is like something that's happened to you in the past where you were sat down and people made fun of you, all that shit. And I don't know about the others, but damn, man, I sure do appreciate being compared to a bunch of alt-right pricks.
I don't think I ever said that. That's completely ridiculous.
One sec,
If it
I'm
was,
looking for it.
if it was inferred, I apologize, and that was never supposed to. It never was supposed to come out that way. But I never directly said that. Don't even try that.
I'm not saying. I never said it was
Okay.
directly what you said, but that's how it fucking feels. And I literally said, I don't know how others fucking took it, but that's how I took it. I literally stated that before I fucking said it.
This guy.
Fair.
He just
I'm
wants
very
to
careful how I'm
fucking...
wording things here.
Every single time, like, anyone says anything, they're, like, waiting for bated breath, trying to, like, pounce on it. It's so bizarre. It's like a little feral creature, dude. No wonder they're a furry.
Also, because frankly, I know that we're both on the spectrum, and that needs to be fucking acknowledged. And I get it. There it is. Let's see. This comes from a traumatic event in my life that I have previously alluded to in another conversation, which stems from another group I was associated with that I refuse to elaborate on in detail on at this time. However, during that time, I was used for entertainment and misled by people with bad advice or malicious intent to drop in my quality of life. I was also suffering from multiple mental episodes at the time caused by school, the pandemic, and other major personal matters that exacerbated even the symptoms and influenced my behavior, opening the door to more harassment.
That's all true.
Yes. However, just before that, the reason for why you said that. However, I'm feeling very uneasy at this moment, as I feel that either that is being ignored, like your attempt at improvement, I guess could be said. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of high. Is being ignored by others I have hurt, being written off by those I have hurt, or they are not being seen clearly. I also worry that for some reason I believe I'm being lied to about the opportunities change and I'm being used for entertainment. This comes from a traumatic event. Do you not see how this can infer that I am basically being compared to that group? Because I sat you down in a call, told you what was wrong, told you how to improve, and then you basically looked at it, went, ha, cool, and then ripped it to shreds, and then just proceed on your way. That's how it feels, man.
Yes, I can understand how that would come off. And no, I'm not going to use. Let me just respond to Busy with this. I'm not going to use the "I was in a dark place" period. I did not use that in that. I was trying to be honest and upfront with it. I never said I was in a dark place. I will state this. I could have easily stopped my behavior during all of this. Easily, I could have just disengaged from it, and I did not do the due diligence of myself and other people by continuing on with it. I'm not going to use that free at all.
Hold on.
So Malice, dude. Like, you intentionally did it? You intentionally, like, disregarded everything anyone ever said to you in terms of advice? That's what this is coming across as now. It's like, yeah, I could have stopped anytime I wanted, okay, but I kept doing it. Like there is either a contributing factor to that, right? Or you're just doing it on purpose to, like, to be a creature, like a disgusting little fucking parasite. Like, that latches onto people's emotions. Like, huh? Dude. Yeah, and where do I send you the furry art? Just put it in, like, the general chat or my inbox in the server, okay? Just do it that way.
Hold on. I know what everyone here is getting at. One sec.
Yeah. I can see if I can find it too before you.
Trying to be honest, I can't do that.
Oh, God. Hold on.
I got it.
Hold on. I've been sent the furry art. Hold on. I need to check to make sure I'm not, like, gonna die. Okay. Fucking Christ, man. Oh, what the okay, is that where the... Okay, it's where the tail comes off, okay. I got really scared for a second there. Fucking Christ, okay. Okay. Fine, because you guys keep asking for it, okay. Here we go, let me boot these up, okay. Fucking hell. Let me get these up. Jesus Christ, man. Okay. Right. I'm killing myself. Fucking Christ. Should we go through these? Let's go through these. Okay. So we have... dude with that whole grippers out. Doing the fucking... doing, like, the abused wolf fucking face. Okay. Evil Lio Convoy who plays... what, baseball? Okay. With the Crocs on? Dude. Fucking massive fucking nipples, dude. That could, like, open a car door if needs be. Holy shit. Jesus Christ. I'm so scared. Holy fucking shit. What the hell? Oh god, and here's the eagle. Okay. This is apparently what Sasu is. Fucking Christ. 22 years old. Wait, I'm older than Sasu? Wait, what? I thought, like, Sasu's, like, 27-something years old. Wait, how old is Sasu, actually? Wait, I thought Sasu was, like, 27-something years old. Oh, wait. Oh, my God. I'm being retarded. No, wait, I'm not being... No, I'm being retarded. Wait, am I? They were born in 2002. That would make them 22. So why is this OC young? Guys, am I actually going insane? Am I actually crazy? I'm not wrong, right? Like, this is wrong. This is... Huh? Wait, they made himself younger? I'm so confused. Thank you very much, Jacka Slays, for becoming a member for 2 months. Thank you very much. Hayek said she was going to raid us into someone cool, thought we were getting ying, but we're just no scuff. Oh god. 24. Oh, I am being retarded. I am being retarded. Wait, no, they're older than me. Shit, no, they're older than me. Dude, I'm actually having a bimbo moment. Why did I say that I was older than Sasu? Wait, sorry. I need to look this up. I'm actually going crazy. I'm actually, like, going psychotic right now. I feel really stupid, okay? You guys can fully, like, laugh at me for it, okay? I actually feel really stupid right now. Holy shit. Jesus Christ. Okay. So what is it? The 5th. So, yeah, the 5th. So, May 5th. No, not 2020. No. 2002. I actually feel really stupid. Yeah, so 20... So, wait, so 24. Oh, no, dude, I am actually being but this still wouldn't be right. I'm going insane. He was 25 in the court. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh my god. But he is older. He was 25 in the call. Right. So his OC is younger than him. I am just insanely retarded. Holy shit. Dude. Okay. Okay. He's 28 now, Lamau. Okay. I'm just going insane. I am just going crazy. Because he was 25 in the call. Hey? I'm actually going crazy. I'm actually losing my mind. Guys, if you want to watch me go even crazy, please like and subscribe. Save my remaining brain cells. He's 28 now. Okay. Jesus Christ. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Dog. Okay. Next one. Jesus Christ. Okay. I think they really like baseball. Dude. Oh, I don't like these colors, dude. Really? Green with a purple? Okay. Undoubtedly the leader of the team, Christian is the star right fielder of the Yankees. The Yankees? While his dedication and passion makes him an ideal candidate to lead the team, his personal insecurities sometimes push it over the top. Known to only a few, he's actually a big softie when not on the field. Okay. Interesting. Okay. What is this? This is where the tail's meant to be, by the way, chat. Don't go crazy. This is just where the tail's meant to be. Okay. Nelson O'Hara Jr. 30 years old, height 6'3". Okay. Weight 227 pounds. Left fielder for the New York Yankees. Probably the most respectable, nicest, approachable baseballer you could ever meet. Extrovert on the outside, introverted on the inside. How does that work? Okay. He struggles with mental illness. Ah, yes, the known condition of mental illness. Exasperated by the death of his father. More reserved when not playing ball. Okay. Dude. Okay. Fucking hell. Okay. What the hell? Okay. Anyways. Who is... Is this another eagle? Okay. 42 years old. Cynical and cold-hearted, strict but wise and confident, open-minded. Ernest is a former baseball player. Has spent a 17-year career with the Boston Red Sox. Okay, I don't care. He's part bald eagle, part Rito. Okay, dude. Okay. Okay. I don't... Okay. That's the dad, is it? Bro. Losing my mind. That's his dad's Sona? Okay. Okay. Oh, Christ. Okay. Oh, what is that? What is that? What is that? I'm gonna see this in my nightmares, dude. Holy shit, what is this? What is this? Dude, okay. Fuck me. Oh, God. Okay. What's the last one? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, what is this? Oh, why does it go on for so long? Dude. Really? Oh, no. No, no. This is what you wanted me to put over the video? I was not going to be doing that. Thank you very much. Okay. I'm still so lost. Why is the Sona younger than him? Or, like, the wrong age? I'm so confused. I don't know if I've heard many people who have an OC who is younger than them. What the hell? It's so weird. So weird. Obviously that's Robotnik, Dr. Eggman. I'm a walrus Coco Kaiju. Okay. He's so gay. That just seems to be the general thing. Sad. Sad. Okay.
Honest. Okay, he's got it. You can be honest. We're encouraging honesty here.
I'm not trying to be honest with you.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on, I'm just reading this. Thank you, Mia. So Sasu is dumb. He posted the ref sheet in March of this year, and the OC is 22. Born in 2002. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. I'm so perplexed. I'm so confused.
Honesty,
What?
How's this for honesty?
Okay.
Yep.
Go on, cook.
When
Cook.
I don't remember when I said that, to be honest with you.
One sec. Because that was in DMs with Smout.
Yep.
Sasu, I say this because you have tried it without saying it directly. You have tried to use it to either explain or excuse your behavior. I'm not sure. I am also throughout this call. I have steadily been getting stoned because, frankly, I don't know. I understand. You're getting a little bit combative now, and that's fine. You're getting attacked, quote, attacked from your perspective, probably from all sides right now. You're getting defensive. You're cornered. I get it.
And because, sorry, go ahead. I'll let you finish.
Yes. Me personally, I'm much older than a lot of people in this call. The only person pretty much on the same age level as me is Billy.
We love him.
And I think pretty much. And I have a lot of patience. I work with children I've worked with children. I have the patience of a fucking saint. So I'm not getting as frustrated as some people in this call. But, you have absolutely throughout, with different wording, been trying to say, well, I did that out of frustration. I did that out of this. I did that out of that. And, like, with my point, that's not what I meant. I blah, blah, blah. It's a different form of, I was in this place. Mentally, I was here. I'm in a dark place with different wording.
It's hard to ask for help, all right?
I know.
I understand that.
And yes, I am far away because I'm standing up because I'm starting to get upset with all of this.
That's okay.
Because sorry. I'm trying to think of words.
Well, words are hard, I get it. But
sit back down, little bro. Sit back down. Get back in your chair.
I'm not trying to interrupt much longer.
It's okay. I'm
sorry. I just wanted to also say, for this, if we want this to be any level of productive, maybe we should take like a 2-minute breather so he can calm down and not be a defensive prick.
No, I don't want to take a breather.
Don't take a breather. Let him cook. Let him cook. Let him cook.
Your choice.
Let him cook.
At this,
Don't calm down. Don't calm down. Come on. Come on. Come on.
At this point, with everything that's been laid out, and I don't know how much more is going to be said. I don't know how much more is going to be discussed. At this point, with everything that has been said, with everything that I've done in this call, thinking about it, I am sorry for hurting people in this call, regardless of whether it was indirect because people were watching other people get hurt, or if they felt direct because I did it to them with the trauma dumping and attacking them, or whatever the case was. I am sorry. I'm not going to make any more excuses for it because there's no more excuses for the behavior. I'm going to own up to it. I had ample opportunity to step away from it all and take a breather and get my shit sorted out. I did not do that, and I should have, and I paid the price for it. I absolutely paid the price for it.
Yep.
I'm not going to make any excuses again, because there's no more excuses to try and run behind or try to dismiss my actions. And I cannot. I don't want this to be taken the wrong way, but I cannot promise. I cannot promise at this time
Jesus
that
Christ,
relapses will not happen again. But
dude,
I can.
I've just realised. I thought this call was about to end. It's 3 hours long. What the fuck? How the hell? How is this call 3 hours long? Okay. We'll lock it in. Okay. I'll speed it up a little bit, okay? Because Jesus Christ, man.
I promise you, at this moment, I am working with my therapist. I am working with my family, and I'm working with people that I used to speak with in real life when I was in college to try and get better with social communication. That is what I can promise. I have already stepped away
Rin,
from
get
the
back in the
Senate
box.
to get rid of some of that stress, to get rid of it, so that I don't fall back into the temptation of doing it again. I've even distanced myself from Lumi. I said to him specifically.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna get onto that. I'm gonna get onto that later. Don't you fucking worry.
Go ahead, say it.
I was gonna say a few things, but frankly, I keep getting fucking interrupted by people trying to speak. Come on, guys, please. But I was gonna say one small thing. Change for yourself, not for me. And also, fuck apologies. I already told you I don't want one. I want you to work on yourself. Actually, work on yourself. Now.
And I am. Go ahead. Sorry.
Great. You brought it up, so I might as well just tell everyone real quick. Tell everyone. They saw it. Because I am uncomfortable. It's why I brought Violet into that call with me. I am uncomfortable with being around you one-on-one, because I'm afraid that you'll form another parasocial relationship with me. But no, you still were at that point kind of obsessed with me. Alright, let me just read out the message. Hey, I know I've made you uncomfortable in the past, still do, and I've hurt you to some degree. Pretty much, yeah. But at this time, for the sake of my own mental health and to help you heal, there needs to be a distance between us indefinitely. I am sorry about this, but it's for both of our benefits. Hopefully at some point, we can resume, and as of now, that's not possible. I wish you the best of luck. To which I responded with K.
Lol.
This was pointed out, and I'm gonna say it. This sounds like a breakup message.
No, it was,
It sounds like it. I'm just
I don't get it. I don't get it. I seriously do not get it. I was trying to be nice and succinct. That's how I speak. That's how I talk.
Okay.
And I'm sorry. I'm starting to get genuinely frustrated with this because I'm trying to make the wrongs right here. I'm trying to fix the shit that I did. I'm trying to improve for myself because I cannot keep living like this. I cannot keep destroying friendships, relationships, coworker relationships like this. And I am trying my hardest to be honest.
He's crashing out.
I will apologize. I'm sorry.
No, keep fucking going. You are, honestly, right this second, you have proven one fucking thing to me. One of the notes in this fucking DM I've got, it's fucking accurate. And you know what? I'm just gonna give a quick clap because fucking hell, he read you like the...
Lol?
I'm not trying to yell, I'm just simply getting upset.
Yeah. And how am I meant to feel if you're after hurting my friends? You hurt my friends? You formed a...
Dude. Thank you very much, Francis, for the $2. Take care. Good luck, Jan. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Very kind of you.
Creepy parasocial relationship with me. Frankly, out of all of this, it's the least of my concerns. I don't give a shit. I think it's kind of funny.
But what is the biggest concern?
Why are you interrupting me?
Go ahead.
Dude.
My biggest concern is the fact that you are dismissive in this entire thing. And I don't think you're going to take anything on board. And frankly, I'm going to be blunt. If anyone in this call decides to keep being friends with you, hats off to them. Because I'm done. I've already blocked you on Twitter, and I'm going to block you after this is done.
No, I don't think you should, because I am trying to absolutely...
You burnt this bridge.
No, I didn't.
No,
I don't think I did. I don't think I did.
You don't get to tell me what my boundaries are, Sauce. You do not get to fucking tell me that. You do not get to fucking state what my boundary is.
Okay.
That's I am absolutely trying. I am trying. Please let me finish.
You're
Please.
not letting me finish in first place. I'm telling you, this is final. You have burnt this bridge.
I don't think I have.
And I'm telling you, you have.
I have
No.
You don't get to go.
Dude.
No, I have not hurt you to the point where you do not want to associate with me. You do not get to say that.
Dude, your boundaries, my choice. What are you talking about, dude? If someone says they no longer want to speak to you, you can't do anything about it. Right? Like, that's insane behavior. That is insane behavior, dude. Your boundaries, my choice, okay? I don't think we're done. We're not done. You're not getting away with this. You're not getting away with this. I won't let you. It's just been Sasu this entire time in this section. Holy shit. This guy's insane. Oh my god. That therapist did an absolutely awful job if he's acting like this. This is actually... It's just like, I'm not obsessed with you anymore. I'm not... I'm not obsessed. Oh, I'm not letting you leave. I'm not letting you get away from me, okay? Me and my army of personas will track you down to the ends of the earth. I'll get you, Shocker. Holy shit, dude. This guy's insane.
That's my decision. You do not get to decide that. That is my decision to make. And frankly, Sasu, I'm going to be very blunt when I say this. You are lucky that I am not currently yelling my head off. And the only reason I'm not yelling my head off at you is because Billy is here, and I have far more respect for him than to start yelling at you. Now, excuse me, I'm going to read off his notes real quick, because I think they hit the nail on the head. Now, the first one, true, you have apologized now, so I'm actually not going to read that. He didn't care what was being said. His judgment is BS, his self-awareness is non-existent. His short temper about it, him being in the wrong, clearly shows he can't handle criticism. He is probably hoping that after this call, he'll be left alone, which isn't far from the truth, so I hope he'll take anything on board. Behavior is not as bad as Grim, however, slighting someone is a universal issue in something, and taking it as a comparison is not healthy. And I'm just gonna point out which point I immediately said he nailed it on the head. His short temper about it, him being in the wrong, clearly shows he can't handle criticism.
I can absolutely handle criticism.
No,
I
you
have not
can't.
once tried to go after anybody, or I've not once tried to dismiss any criticism. If it sounds like I have, I
dude.
apologize. That's not what I'm trying to do. This is how I talk, unfortunately.
Okay.
This is
I get being formal, but I'm going to point out, look at how you reacted when I said the bridge is burnt. You fucking exploded on me.
because
Missy,
you're
please.
shutting the... Go ahead.
No, Missy was speaking, I'm asking her not to.
Okay,
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
Because in my honest belief, I can change. I can absolutely do it. I've already... If I didn't care, I would have immediately gone back to harassing. Well, I'm not... You know what? I'm going to report...
I would immediately go back to
harassing.
harassing. There
That's
you
not
go. There you go. I would immediately go back to harassing. Admits that it was harassment. Insane behavior, dude. I love a good Freudian slip. Holy shit.
Sasu, it's not your decision to make. It isn't.
And
it's
I
mine.
disagree with it.
You
I
disagree with my decision of saying that I do not wish
I
to be around
disagree
somebody
with your
who displays such
boundaries.
behavior.
There we go.
Because to me, the man has prioritized the fact that I did not kiss him on the ass. This is metaphorical, by the way, before you think I'm actually thinking like that.
No.
I'm being metaphorical here. You prioritize me kissing your ass about the fact that you've quote-unquote changed over the, actual change itself.
And I'm trying to stay... See, look, people are like, all right, I apologize for exploding. That was immature. I absolutely need growing up to do.
Yep, you do.
Absolutely
I'm
need
not
growing up to do.
You're right. You do.
But let me try to I should have taken that 2-minute break. I should have fucking pulled the plug on it before it got out of control.
You know what's
That is
funny,
my
Sasu?
fault.
You know what's really funny?
Go ahead, say whatever it is.
I despise apologies because they are fucking useless unless the person puts in the effort. And it's something I've said to you in that massive call.
Yes, you did.
Mm-hmm.
And
So why do you think this bridge isn't burned if you show me that you haven't?
Because I tried to get back into the game to because I was stupid. I turned stupid. I'm not gonna lie.
I hate to break it to you, but you still are by telling me, no, this bridge isn't burnt. This bridge isn't burnt with me because I say it's not burnt.
I simply disagree with the assumption because you're writing me off.
Assumption. Assumption.
It's not
Get
even
your
an
head out of your ass. It's
assumption.
not an assumption, it's a fact.
I disagree with
I am
the boundary.
stating. You disagree with my boundary?
No, he said it directly. I disagree with your boundaries. What a little creep. Oh my god, dude. I disagree with your boundaries. That is like, and I am being metaphorical here, that is like a metaphorical, like, parallel, right? Because obviously I'm not going to say this is like what Sasu is doing, right? It's very much like the whole your body, my choice fucking shtick, dude. It's so similar. Obviously extremely different context, right? But oh my god, it's like disgusting. It's like a creepy guy you meet at a bar, right? When like they buy you a drink and then expect a quick fuck right after, right? It's that type of behavior. It's that kind of behavior, unironically. It's so weird. It's so weird. I could understand being like sad or depressed or like upset, you know, about like breaking a bridge burn with like a close friend, right? Like I can understand that, but like never anger, right? Especially if you're in the wrong in that situation. Me personally, I'd be absolutely devastated with myself, right? But I would never like bring that anger out onto someone else. This is the thing, like I've noticed with like these people who are detractors in the spaces, right? I'm not just gonna say liar detractor, right? Because a lot of the times it is just like something across the board, not specifically with like Lio. But it is kind of, I mean, the most obvious example is the stuff with Lio, unironically, when he's had detractors, because they've just turned out, and the reason why they become detractors most of the time is they've been outed for doing disgusting shit, and then they've just ran into another community and, like, started being a heinous asshole. Like, if they were actually sorry, they'd buck up their ideas, get a therapist, and get offline, and just do that, instead of, like, trying to, like, pray that people don't have the understanding of all the context or the history behind stuff, because that seems to be a lot of the case with stuff with Lio, where you do have people who have been detractors, who have done horrible stuff, and then gone into another community, and then just like either that community has a dislike for Lio for separate reasons, right, and just kind of like intermingled into that space. It's bizarre. Like it's so weird. It's such a weird thing to do, unironically. But yeah, anyway. Well, we'll continue.
Well, goddamn, you want to know who else disagrees on my boundaries? Do you really want to know that?
Degenerates. No, I don't. I'm sorry. I apologize. That was the wrong term of choice. That was the wrong...
Apologies don't mean anything to Sasu. I think we've learned this through this call so far. The amount of times where Sasu has spent more time having to apologize for words that they've said in this call than what they have done outside of it. Because they keep doing stuff. Like, they keep saying that, oh, I've grown, I can change and stuff like that. Well, there's clearly not been a very clear development in any sort of level of growth or change at all. Because you're still having to apologize for your shitty behavior in this very call. It's so interesting to see. So interesting, chat. Jesus Christ. And guys, we are currently 2 hours into the stream, okay? What are you doing? Hit the like button, subscribe, and if you'd like to, okay? When we reach the donation goal, you guys get some lovely marshmallows, and the money goes towards a PC fund. I am currently looking at my options, okay? It's very hard in the PC market at the moment, okay? First time buying a PC specifically, but I don't want to get scammed, okay? I don't want to get scammed, especially with, like, AI making everything really expensive at the moment. But yes, chat, okay. Let's continue.
Go ahead, Smell. Go ahead.
Both of you breathe for a second.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm genuinely fine. I deal with people like him on the daily IRL.
Please.
Yeah, but Sasu, you take a fucking breather for a second. Because you are not the one to decide if you have crossed a boundary. If a person thinks that you have crossed too many boundaries and they want to burn a bridge in order to keep themselves and maybe another person safe, they have the absolute right to do so. It's not up to you to decide that. I told you that a lot of people might not feel like that, but people can also have their feelings, and people can also decide if something is right or not. And it's not always up to you to fucking decide.
That's fine. That I understand. Sorry.
I don't know how many times I need to tell you this, but like, people are not just fucking vessels. Sometimes they just don't want to be friends anymore. And yeah, this might hurt, but this is part of life.
And I do want to be friends with a lot of people here. Clearly, that's not going to happen.
Nope, it's not. Not with
exactly.
me anyway. If I wanted this, if I wanted this kind of shit, I would go downstairs right now. And frankly, it wasn't my idea to discover the snows, and hats off to Snow. Hats off to Snow.
So you were using me for entertainment this entire time, is what I'm getting.
Nope. If I was using it for entertainment, I'd be doing other shit, frankly. I am giving you and everyone else the opportunity to say their fucking last piece. Snow organized it for that fucking reason. And I'm giving you my full honest thoughts. I don't want you in my life after this. And it's a boundary I'm stating. You may disagree, but frankly, it's a disgusting thing to say. But it's a boundary I'm stating.
That was terrible, yes. I apologize.
Yeah, it was. Because frankly, what Baiji said in chat is actually accurate. This is genuinely something I've heard from people who have committed shit like that.
No,
I'm not saying you are. I will repeat myself. I'm not saying you are, but it's fucking disgusting. And the fact that you even had that in your head means, sorry, that you even said that means that it was something that was in your mind in the first place. Go ahead, Drunko, go ahead.
Sasu,
How faded is Drunkle now?
Yes.
you never, ever, 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 after this call, tell anyone who's setting a boundary that you hurt, that you don't agree with it. Do you understand?
I understand.
You don't do that. That is
That was.
disgusting.
Go ahead.
That is disgusting and vile. And quite frankly, after that comment, fuck off. Don't contact me. Don't talk about me. Don't look at any of my friends. If I find out you do, you will be hurt. I don't
Go ahead.
stand for that. I don't want your stupid empty apology. You're only apologizing because people are mad.
No, I'm not. I genuinely flew off the handle.
Okay, hold on. Small thing. Apologies mean jack all to me. I don't give a fuck for them. I've already said this. Act better, improve from this call, and quite frankly, I think the distance challenge was great. Now, I will say one thing. If anybody has complaints, speak to them. Just be kind of polite about them. Polite. You know, keep some class to it. Baiji, I saw you wanted to say something. I'm gonna let you go for it.
Go on, Baiji.
I think Busy and Missy also want to be along with this one as well, right, guys?
Hell yeah, absolutely.
My only thing is at this moment, am not capable of not shouting. I'm not capable of keeping my voice level beyond this disclaimer. And I don't really want to trigger people because I'm considerate.
Okay.
I have many words. But Baiji, you can start.
Hello again, Sasu.
Sorry.
So,
just speak, please.
Yes,
please
yes, I'm about to. So,
do you think Sasu just thinks of that sometimes at night? Hello, Sasu. It's so evil, dude. It's so evil. Dog. If Sasu sees this and they want a cordial discussion, okay, where they don't fly off the handles, feel free to call in, okay? I'm going to be covering the rest of these calls. If you have any lingering words about some of these calls, okay? Because I know this will get back to Sasu. Shut up, microphone. Please reach out, okay? I know I am being, you know, what I am, okay? Okay. But, yeah, I am quite cordial when it comes to calls, okay? I don't fly off the handles and, you know, slam my hands on my desk when I don't get my way, okay? We can have a nice little chat, okay? Just you and me. God.
a grown man, 25 years old, 3 years older than me. Anytime in this call you have been held accountable for literally anything, you throw an absolute fucking temper tantrum, screaming over one. No, I don't respect boundaries. No, boundaries are like, no, don't do that. What the fuck is wrong with you? What the actual fuck is wrong with you? You are an adult.
Yes, I am an adult.
You know what else?
Yes, I am. I am an adult.
Burned my buns. They really just chapped my ass. You saying to Lumi. No, I don't think you should do that. I don't think you should block me. Because this bridge is burned. Well, no, hold on. Shut your mouth for a second.
Okay, bruh.
What makes you think you get to decide that? Doesn't that mean that Lumi can therefore decide that you don't get to be friends anymore? Like, that doesn't work. That doesn't work that way. Lumi said, no, I'm done. Bitch.
Like, that is something a rapist says. No, I disagree with your boundaries. No, you didn't burn the bridge. No, not like that.
There you go.
I am not going to sit here and have you compare me to a rapist.
I didn't compare you to a rapist.
You just did.
Said sounds like something.
You just did.
No, I thought you did.
That's completely fucking different. He's not calling you a rapist specifically. He's saying that's what sounds like one would say. He's not calling you whatever you've been doing this whole time specifically what a rapist would do. That's completely fucking different. And on top of that, who the fuck are you to dictate who the fuck are you to dictate like who decides to block you? Like if somebody decides to tell you I don't want to be around you anymore, you take that, you go your own separate ways. You don't sit there and try to argue and try to say no, stop, please don't block me. No, you walk away. Holy shit, dude. You're an adult. At this point in time, you should just fucking sit there and go, oh, okay, I understand, and not try to fucking argue with somebody's decision. If they say they don't want to be around you anymore, fucking walk away from that. Holy shit.
That's fine.
No, shut the fuck up. And I'm almost younger than you and I know this. Holy fuck, dude.
Your apologies, all of them that you've been half-assedly handing out this call. After you saying no, I don't think you should. You can't do that. No, you nullified your own apologies. Congrats, big boy. You did it.
Don't worry, I'm sure you'll give like 1 million more in this call.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
True.
I should have never fucking said that.
I fucking
Yeah,
called
but
this
you
shit,
did.
dude.
Yeah, you absolutely shouldn't have. This was fucking vile.
Yep.
That was vile, and I take full accountability for it. It should have never come out of my mouth.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Wait, so if you're taking full accountability, do you understand why I do not wish to associate with you any further, and do you accept that?
The reason why you don't want to associate with me anymore is because I have.
I didn't ask you why. I didn't ask you why. And I'm not asking you to explain. No. You did not get to explain why. I'm asking you, do you accept it? Yes.
I accept it.
Thank you.
I accept it prior to slamming their fucking belly on the desk again. Are you kidding? Okay.
You're expecting a boundary now, Sasu. Congratulations.
Round of applause.
Yay!
Yay!
I will.
Oh, I absolutely fucking will.
Yay!
I'm sorry.
You know what? At this point, I will too. Fuck you.
Like,
Okay.
wow.
Hold on. Smout wanted to say something, and I do want to give Smout the
Yay!
opportunity
Hold
to
on,
say
we'll
that.
give them a.
Okay, I'm so fucking sorry,
There
but
you
I'm at
go.
a point where I'm
There
just so fucking uncomfortable. It's one thing when you get loud and frustrated. Tough, yes, but what you said is really fucking inexcusable. I cannot. I'm sorry. I cannot and will not stand for this. And quite frankly, I cannot. This is fucking breaking me right now. I don't know how you would even come to that. But this is fucking inexcusable, and I cannot fucking take this. My brain is breaking. I'm stressed out, and this is just getting worse by the minute. I'm literally trying so hard to keep myself together.
Oh god,
I
who
swear to God.
joined?
I do advise that also.
I like apples and bananas.
The fuck are you doing here? I'm gonna lock them in a cage anyway.
Angry, take a step back, and take a drink. I've been drinking coffee. It's pretty nice.
I'm not just angry.
I'm just
This fucking triggers a lot in me.
I know.
I'm sorry that it should. Okay, let me offer something real quick. Should we take that 2-minute breather here?
Yeah. Let's take 2 minute. Fucking. I don't know what the court term is. I don't give a shit either.
Recess.
Recess.
Hey, you guys are
Okay.
so smart, Missy. I bet you just heard it, and that's why you repeated it. Anyways.
Oh, by the way, Lumi, it's called recess.
I will send you to Jesus.
So let's take that 2-minute recess. Sasu, I'm gonna definitely mute you for those 2 minutes, so you can
Fine.
take a breather. You can,
Yawn.
you can say your piece
Yawn.
after
Please
that.
don't.
I'm not
Please
gonna
tell me
ignore
they cut out the 2
Because I
minutes
think
of
it's unfair,
silence,
alright?
please.
it. Hey Google, set timer.
Sorry, that took me out. Okay.
Hey Google, set timer for 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Holy shit, I will be right back.
That was disgusting.
I can't. You know what? Actually, no. I can believe it. I can believe it. I also apologize.
I'm sorry, did they include the whole fucking 2 minutes?
Completely fucking goofy and that compare me to a rapist, and then I jumped in with no.
Here you go.
Okay.
Let me skip this.
I left the call. That
Okay.
Mute and undeaf. Anything else you want to say?
There we
Yeah,
go.
suck a dick, leave me alone.
And you can continue
worked.
after we unmute and undeafen him. Does anyone else have anything?
What he does get on the internet.
You guys.
A little bit different, but like, yes. Leave my DMs open after this.
No.
This is the end line.
Man, like,
Not
It's disgusting.
Oh boy.
Quick, I want to go over some small things in the doc after you're done. That's it.
And
That's
also one quick thing.
I'm terminally online. Yes, I am. I've been terminally online.
Alright, let's go.
Alright, now let's go.
Now, Snow and Baiji are the last
There
people
we
who want to
go.
speak because I'm done. That's it. Baiji, you okay with letting Snow go first? Because I think there's a specific thing.
I already got my thing in.
Okay, go ahead, Snow.
Okay. So for clarity, I just want to go over some things in the doc. I know you probably aren't very excited to hear that, but I do want to go over some things that you have put in the doc. Are we okay with that?
That's fine.
So, in the doc, I'm going to read out the whole sentence. You say, I worry that for some reason I believe I am being lied about the opportunity to change, that I'm being used for entertainment. What is the some reason?
The some reason was that it seemed like people were not talking to me, and they weren't. I guess in the blunt terms, giving me props for trying to change and trying to have better conversations and better social skills, and that it rationalized in my head that that for some reason it felt like that it was not accurate, that I was not being told that. For probably the best way I can describe it is that because I wasn't being given the props, I started rationalizing a bunch of things, and one of the things that came up that became prominent in my head was that I was being lied to, and that I wasn't being told the honest truth about possibly getting a shot at redemption. If that makes any sense.
Okay. So you admit that the people like who were not messaging you were people you hurt, correct?
That is correct.
And in the first call, Lumi did indeed say that they wanted to put some distance with you.
Are you referring to the one in March 30th or the one on May 4th? Yes, there was. I think in both calls there were calls for distance. Yes.
Okay, so Lumi asked for distance. That was something that was put in place, and yet also you were upset that people whom you hurt were not reaching out to you.
That was one of the main reasons. Yes.
Raw.
Okay, so
This fucking guy.
are you okay? So the only reason I could think that you may have that belief is because, to a degree, you think that they owe you their time and their energy. That's the only conclusion I can.
Wait, what? Sorry. Hold on. Let me do this. Hold on. Let me grab Mia. Hello, Mia. Gay. Mia Gamer. How may I
Okay,
help?
that was I was not expecting that. I was just watching the stream. So have you seen Lyle's stream whatsoever?
No.
I think it's the Guac.
Oh fuck.
Okay.
There we go. Oh, you have a very gay profile picture, Fuji. Hold on. Let me just decrease that in size. Hold on. There you go. There we go.
Oh my god, I'm so huge.
There we go.
So in Lyle's stream, I blame Baiji because he was there and he brought this up. He actually brought up the fact that Sasu had lost his job after all that time flaunting his money.
Really?
Yes. It's in the stream. I don't have the clip, but it's in there. It's like at the dead smack beginning of the stream. It's hilarious.
Do we know how?
There is one thing I don't know how though. People have asked his location of job. It was not given out, thankfully.
Okay, good.
But people were trying to find out where he worked.
That's weird.
And he says screenshots. This all happened yesterday.
Okay.
So Ace actually got muted from goddammit Malcolm's server.
Really? I've been banned from that server for a
because-
while for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah. For the simple fact, Ace did not start anything. Shockingly.
Right.
Ace is gay and emo. Anyways, it was Sasu who started the fight. Well, it
Okay.
wasn't even a fight. It was more like Sasu was just taking a jab at
Is this
Ace
about the
and Ace was not
OCs?
feeding his ego. No, not the OCs, but it was about. Yeah, it actually is. Okay, yeah, hold on. He actually started it, but in one of the screenshots, he said that people needs to have their keyboards taken away, which is ironic because he's always the one jabbering his mouth on Twitter and Discord and Malcolm's server about how
Right.
the ACC and ACC and everybody is.
Mm.
Well, apparently he saw Ace's stream and did not like how he commented about all of them.
That's great. That's great.
And he even when Ace got muted, it was like for 24 hours. Rip Ace.
Rip Ace.
Ace got muted for 24 hours and he kept on going, just talking crap about the ACC, SEC, and having that he doesn't want to fight with anybody. Well, if you don't want to fight with anybody, why are you fighting to nobody that's there listening?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So weird, dude.
But yeah, Sasu, he drives me insane. I don't know why, but the call it gets worse. So I wish you luck.
Okay. Thank you very much. Alright, thank you very
You're
much
welcome.
for telling me about that.
You're welcome. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day. Bye-bye. That was me, everybody. Evil stuff, evil stuff. We may go into those screenshots, okay? I don't know if anyone has the fallout that happened afterwards, but yeah. Interesting. We will go over that at some point during this coverage. Okay. Oh, there goes my voice. Okay.
Come to with that kind of statement. I hope you realize that.
Well, I don't want it to be that way, but given that the way that I've answered, yes, I can understand why you're thinking that way.
No.
I know that. I know. Go ahead.
We're not doing the I can understand where you're coming from. No, this is how it is. You are acting like an energy vampire who gets angry when you can't get your hook on somebody. That's how it comes across. Like that's how it has been shown.
I do get angry when. Go ahead.
No, keep going. I want to hear
I
this.
do get angry when I don't get my way. Yes.
Bro. Like a fucking child.
I'm taking a guess you're an only child, right?
Yes, I have no siblings.
Oh, who'd have thought?
Yeah, okay, so am I. Cool. We can get on some even ground here. I understand that sometimes it's really hard to put things into perspective when you didn't have to really share attention with anybody. You grew up having all of the parental attention. I understand that. But also, you're acting like a fucking child. You're acting like a toddler when you are 25.
Yes, I am.
Okay, I'm very happy you admit that because it's incredibly true. And is this something you're talking about with your therapist?
The need for validation and the need for respect when I don't deserve. Yes.
No, the throwing a hissy fit when you don't get your way.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Also, I want to... Go ahead. No, go ahead.
And he's told me that that's not the way that you approach things, and that's not the way that things should be addressed.
Wait, who is this therapist dude? Like Dr. House? They're doing an awful job with this guy. Holy shit. Just like, in the beginning there was Arceus, okay? Okay, Sasu? There was Arceus in the beginning, okay? It's lupus, okay? It's lupus, okay? You need to keep trauma dumping, okay? This is the way. God. Holy shit. Oh, dude, I don't know why. Awful derail, right? Awful derail. Guys, have you seen the news with Digital Circus's finale? Holy shit. They're like canning it in cinemas everywhere. Like, it's getting cancelled in like a lot of different cinemas because they're not like either Glitch isn't keeping up their end of a contract, or something, or they're not replying when it comes to certain cinemas. Like, they're unironically not replying to people when it comes to like keeping in the loop. So people have been having to, like, cinemas and theaters and stuff like that have been having to cancel showings, which is kind of crazy. I think it's probably a perfect time to show that derail that I was going to be talking about. Let me get this pulled up, okay? Because this fucking blew up. I need to find this. Very short derail, okay? Let me look in my notifications. Where is it? Dude, this went insane for some reason. Okay. So, let me get this booted up, okay? Let me get the original post up, and then we can look at the other one. So this is probably why I'm going to be looking into chibi reviews at some point, okay? Because there's been some VTuber drama, okay? There was some VTuber drama. That was going on with a separate creator called Mimi Yanagi. I'm probably going to look into that as well. Should be interesting, okay? Chibi Review says, important news. Mizu, that revealed that KF was lying about Mimi Yanagi the other day, had their account suspended. It's likely thanks to being mass reported because he exposed lies that were circulating. Interesting. So the account was suspended. Now, we've covered Mizu before, okay? Which is interesting. I believe there was a post. Here we go. Showing, like, the full screenshot of what Mizu said. So this should be interesting. We're going to very quickly look into this, and then we're going to return back to the content, okay? I do want to look at this shit, dude. So context, by the way, for the Mizu shit, the Mimi shit. Not Mizu, sorry. This Mimi Yanagi person, okay? Apparently, this was a VTuber who got their artwork confiscated and locked up in the UK because of Lolicon. And the alleged allegations, from my understanding, is this person was not was a woman, but a guy pretending. I don't know if it was like established if it's trans or if it is like. Then it wouldn't be pretending, obviously. Or if it was like, oh, like the whole like Marlowe type stuff, right? Awful wording there, right? But apparently they had been using actual children as their like reference for their artwork, for like lolicon material, basically. And as you guys know, it's illegal in the UK. But this is interesting. So that's the context for that. So Mizu, and I'm probably going to rehash this in a different stream, but I think it's interesting to talk about. So as I told a few people I would do, I went through a majority of the Mimi's pics IV likes. A few random things off rip. A majority of their likes are just Blue Archive, Pokemon, or Saba/Gura, including aged up girls and big-breasted BA and Pokemon girls. I saw no fully original works. There was nothing real or realistic looking in the entire thing. It was very clearly generic anime style. Well, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. If the police are investigating you for posting lolicon, right? For your own artwork being lolicon and you're being arrested for your own artwork, right? If it's in the UK and it's your own artwork, right? There's very few things that you can be arrested on for. And this VTuber was a lolicon VTuber, okay? That's the thing, right? Why would the police allow this material to stay up online? That shit would be destroyed immediately, okay? That was probably part of their agreement. That they have to, one, they can't change their name online, they can't go under different aliases whilst doing stuff on the internet, and also that this stuff would be destroyed, right? There was no real or realistic looking thing for the entire thing, okay? A big thing that they said repeatedly in the thread was depictions of rape, and I guess that means in the sense that drawings can't consent. But for actual fetish of rape, I found, I think, 2 images in the entire thing that fit the bill, and I'm still not sure they do. Interesting. I noticed that some of the younger looking characters would actually tag with Final Fantasy XIV. They were, I don't know what that is. With that said, I went through 43 with 48 images per page. That's for 2043 images. Last one was missing a few. I looked into for 3 things that were claimed in the KF thread. 1, illicit writing alluding to creator being a map or supporting map ideals. Bestiality content of any kind. What's referred to as TODCon among some groups. One huge claim from the KF thread was the constant use of writing, particularly writing about illicit topics or characters saying things that would imply the creator was a predator themselves. What was shockingly lacking from those hat kit from Hatine, one being Gura. So basically claiming that like there's no evidence of it there actually being stuff in here. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Why is that there? Why is that there? Why is that there? Why is that there? I didn't see that. I didn't see that was there. Oh god. How long has this stream been going on for? Let me write down what part of my... Let me take a screenshot of how long the part of the stream's been going on for. I need to cut that out later. So sorry, everyone. I did not know that was there. No wonder that shit got deleted. But here's the thing, right? If the police have discovered illicit material on your computer, or stuff like that's being posted online that is illegal material, they're gonna... I would imagine it would get deleted. Okay? That would get deleted. The thing is, the fact of the matter is they have been arrested, okay? And I would not put it against... Mizu to sweep. Okay? I unironically would not put it past Mizu to sweep. And I'll show you exactly why. Because I replied with this shit. Okay? I replied with this shit. Here we fucking go. So... let me make sure I've got this correctly done. Hold on. I need to make sure this is done correctly. So I replied to this saying, the same Mizu, okay, who read proudly a comic depicting a group of gorillas raping a child. Interesting. And again, you guys will probably remember this from our own coverage talking about the Hornux Taku sweep. But here we go.
Completely naked, and there's some kind of a chimpanzee behind her.
But she's sitting here in the forest, and all of a sudden, monkey comes out and starts.
That's a lot of monkey hands. Jesus Christ!
Listen carefully.
I've seen that one.
Okay. Anyway, she ends up having an epiphany.
You've seen this video? No, I've seen that hentai or dojin. Sorry.
Oh. And there we go. Clear as fucking day. Clear as fucking day. Okay. Jesus Christ. Okay. These people are all disgusting degenerates at different levels, okay? Again, I want to make it extremely clear, I don't think that, like... I don't know, I don't think that Mizu is on the same level as Mimi Yanagi, okay? I'm not saying that in the slightest, but these people will go out of their fucking way to sweep for these people. Like, immediately, right, will be like, oh, well, oh, if it's, and they're not into this stuff, they're not into this stuff, even though, like, they haven't proven they're not, they're still getting arrested for their own artwork, okay? That is for sure, okay? They are disgusting creatures, okay? Evil stuff, okay? Evil stuff. I cannot wait for Nicandrus's part 2 on his next Taku coverage, okay? But anyway, that's the derail I wanted to show, okay? Meant to be a quote-unquote fresh air, I guess. I don't fucking know. But let's continue, okay? Let's continue the Sasu stuff. I want to get this call done, because there's probably going to be a few different streams covering each call individually, because each one is quite long. But yes, chat. Yes. Please load. I swear to God. I swear to God, man. This isn't me. This isn't me. It's just... Uh-oh. Please wait. Dude, I swear to God. Okay. Please don't refresh it. God damn it, chat. God damn it. This is what happens when I stream for too long, okay? Okay, 212. Come on, come on. Why is it skipped forward? Stop it. Oh my God, man. This shit sucks. 212, we're out. Oh, my Fuji's bricked. Okay. 212. Let's go. 212. There we go. Do you know when Nicandros is releasing that part 2? I do not know. I do not know when Nicandros is releasing it.
Because the next point I want to move on to is something you said earlier.
Mm-hmm.
You said earlier you felt that you were on the bounds of relapsing. Like you felt like you were about to relapse when you asked to be let into the server.
There we go.
On May 28th, I did tell Blue that it felt like I was on a relapse, and I did tell Smelt the same thing. Yes.
Okay, so you could see the proverbial cliff. You could see the fact that this was coming. You were pulled into calls where you were told that you had this problem, and yet you looked at the situation, you looked at the fact that you were close to relapsing, and you went forward with asking into a private space with somebody that you had that with. That is the equivalent of putting an addict back with the shit that they're addicted to in like the same goddamn room.
Yes.
You could.
Oh, shit.
I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say that was a mistake. No. This is like past a mistake. This is like a choice.
Oh, no.
This was a
Wait,
choice.
Lyo's phasing out of existence.
It's almost like you
Lyo,
wanted
come
the
back.
goddamn high.
Lyo,
and
come
you.
back. Okay, there we go.
Go ahead.
If I may, because
Go ahead.
it's interesting that he mentioned my DMs with him, because I need to go find them. But I distinctly remember telling him on May 28th that it was good that he made the progress to recognize that he was going to start going through that relapse. You got the validation from you making progress, and it still wasn't enough. 3 days later, you sent me all of that shit.
Yes. That's all true.
Oh my God. So you got the validation, and you still went off.
This guy.
Correct.
I have no other words. I'm done. Go ahead, Snow. Sorry.
No. That was a good point. You saw the fact that you were about to relapse, and you did nothing. You let the proverbial situation hit you. You just let it happen. And I also want to say, you did say something earlier that you paid the price for all your actions. No, you didn't pay for shit. The only punishment you're getting here is there people who you have hurt cutting you off. Let me a sec to just get my thoughts together real quick. I have ADHD.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
Leomi, did you want to say something?
I was actually clearing my throat, but I could say something.
Just real quick, because I want to pull up the quote, and I think someone said it. So could you fill the air real quick?
Sure. Honestly, man, I'm very disappointed in this entire call. I thought it was going to be just, hey, last thoughts, and we're going to go. I didn't realize you came in here thinking that you're going to have any kind of relationship with me after this. And don't assume I mean romantic. I mean relationship in general. I'm flabbergasted.
I'm going to be honest with you. That's what I was hoping this call would be, that, we could find common ground, spend a couple of hours speaking about what's happened, and just, me outlining what I have tried to do, and maybe hopefully getting a shot of redemption. Clearly, that's not going to happen now.
Oh, well, Sasu, I hate to break it, but the call that whole entire discussion wouldn't even last long. It would just be, oh yeah, Sasu, yeah, you were obsessed with me. You made very inappropriate comments to me. You are obsessed with me. Yeah, man, welcome into my DMs. Come on in. Yeah. No, that's not how life works. It's not. And Blue's after posting that, so I'm gonna let Blue continue. Holy fucking shit.
I found the quote. You go first.
Of course, no.
No, it's just that set of screenshots is from the day.
Sorry,
when he told me that
I realized my OBS layout, the flooring wasn't centered. I had to fix that shit immediately.
he felt a relapse going to happen. So I wanted to find it so I could show you guys that, yeah, he got his validation. And it still wasn't enough. 3 days later, a whole ass therapy session of voice memos and a Google Doc.
That was my decision to go through with that and send it to you after I got the validation, yes. And I committed to it.
Uh-huh. And that's what we're talking about.
Dog.
Snow,
I got my thoughts together. So I know this might be hard for you to understand, but you were pulled into multiple calls where it's been shown that your behavior has affected people. Like, not just like you. It doesn't just affect you. It affects everybody. Because I don't know if this is a foreign concept to some people. I understand that it might not fully realize, but there are people on the other sides of these screams that you're trauma dumping on, that your relapses, quote unquote, affect. Like, you said that you were like, you've been pulled into calls where you've been told about these behaviors and you're aware of these behaviors and you were told that you were on the verge of relapsing. So instead of pulling back to avoid the damage you've done to other people, you just stayed on anyway and went full steam ahead.
May I explain why I did?
Okay, before you do, I just want to say your intentions don't matter. This is the actions that have happened because of it. If you want to try and explain why, go ahead.
I believe that I could tough it out. Plain and simple.
Bro.
I thought I could
Oh
tough it out.
my god, my voice.
No. Keep going.
I thought I could tough it out. I thought that I was strong enough and that I had made enough progress that it would not happen on a significant scale.
Oh my god.
And when I brought this up to my therapist, he said that even though he understood that I was going through relapse, he encouraged me to stay in the group or in the server as a means to try and distract myself.
Okay,
That was the advice I was given.
Is your therapist aware that the people you hurt were in the server, or does he think it's just a group of friends?
He's aware.
Small thing.
Okay, go ahead.
The small thing I just say is, stay in the group. That's the wording he used, yes?
Yes.
So he didn't tell you, oh yeah, man, join other areas where this group of people that you have hurt are. Correct?
He also stated that I should try to reconcile with those people, yes.
Great, this is us reconciling right now. Never contact me after this. That's the reconciliation.
Lamau.
Go ahead, Snow.
Based.
Give me a sec while I find my train of thought again.
Dog.
So where is the restraint in writing a Google Doc? Like, where is the point where you realize, like, where is the point where you think, man, I'm not being crazy here. I'm just writing a fucking Google Doc. I don't know if you realize, I don't, like, writing a Google Doc isn't like a 5-minute impulse thing. It was like a
Jesus
5 or
Christ.
6 page Google Doc. And like,
I'm not gonna lie, chat. I thought I could get through Call 1 in one stream, but I don't think I can. I think I'm gonna go for another 6 minutes, okay? Or another 4 minutes or so. Then I'm gonna round it out for tonight, okay? Because I'm getting very tired, okay? If you can tell by how quiet I'm starting to get. But yes, okay, we will be continuing this later on, okay? Trust me, we will. But yes, chat, okay, let's continue.
how did you write that in the heat of the moment of your relapse without realizing, like, man, maybe I am relapsing, I need to stop? Where and what point of making the doc, making the recording, and sending it to Blue did you not realize that you were, like, hardcore relapsing? Because, no, you waiting
Holy
it out
shit.
is, I don't know if you realize this, but waiting it out isn't going to fix it. Like, okay, here's the question. What is the point? Like, what was the thought process when writing the doc and making the memos? Because don't just say it was in the heat of the moment thing. Writing the doc probably took you a good bit of time, and talking it out probably took a good bit of time, and probably sending it to Blue probably took a little bit of time. So what was the thought process? There had to be a couple thoughts going on in your head at the time.
Originally, I was going to have a call with Blue about everything, and I think Blue can confirm that. We were trying to schedule a time, but unfortunately, I had other things that I was going to do when the call was going to happen. So he suggested that I write out a Google Doc so that I could share it with him about my thoughts. I was going to originally leave it at the Google Doc, and when I was writing it out, I thought that I was going to make it longer than it was. It was about 5 to 6 pages. I was going to lay everything out, which probably would have pushed it well into double digits. So I had to really contain myself. But I then made the decision to make those voice memos because I had a lot more things to say. I had a lot more things that I wanted to get off my chest, and I got completely carried away. And it did span over... The document writing itself took about an hour, I would say. And then I stepped away for a little bit. I can't remember how much time I'd say it was, like maybe like another hour or two. Then I came back. I put 2 voice memos together in succession. Then I stepped away for about an hour to go for a walk to try to clear my head. Did not work. And I came back and made the 3rd memo, and that was it. And it was not until...
Go ahead.
It was not until after I had sent that saying, did I really just do the right thing, or did I, really just not do the right thing? And that's when I started having a lot of doubt.
So you had three times where you walked away. You had 3 separate opportunities to recheck yourself, and you went forward anyway.
Yes, I had trouble letting shit go.
So you're admitting right here that your relapse got out of hand.
It did get out of hand.
Okay, I'm happy that we agree on that. And I'm happy that you can admit to that because of the fact that I do just want to say, the only times you really seem to get like super upset in here is when people were talking about cutting off connections, and yet you just admit that you have continued your behavior up until about a week ago. And yet you still got incredibly upset about people cutting you off, even though you just admitted that your behavior has continued into incredibly recent times.
And it's hurting people, yes, it has hurt people. It was only about a week ago when I was strongly advised by Smell to disconnect not only from the server, but also from Lumi in general, that I started feeling a little bit better because I didn't have that temptation around. That's probably the best way I can describe it.
Lumi told you to get distant, like to have some distance already. Why did you need another person to remind you about what basic boundaries are?
I suck at judging boundaries.
Yeah, no shit.
I want to make
no
it clear.
Fucking
I can
dude.
recognize very strict boundaries. I can recognize boundaries that are socially acceptable. But when it comes to more personal boundaries, when it comes to more boundaries set by the person themselves based on what they're feeling, that's where I have trouble with it.
I have one small thing I hope you can address later. Let's give you. I'm sorry, Snow.
I'll address it now.
No. Address it later because I do want you to get your thoughts out as well, which I'm hoping everyone will give him a chance to speak. Why did you think it was appropriate to mention self-harm?
Interesting. Oh.
You want me to address that now, or do you want me to really address that later?
Later.
Okay.
Because when I heard that, holy shit. I don't remember who was in the call with me, but I was fuming. Because that is unacceptable. Now, unless Snow, do you want to say anything else before we let him speak?
I just had one more point.
Yeah, go ahead, sorry. I needed to
no.
in because I kept forgetting it.
It's okay, Lumi. It's okay. It's literally just one more note. In your doc, you said, during the period of time this month, I have attempted to restart conversations with those that I have hurt or impacted with my antics. I hate the word antics being used here because it implies it's harmless, but we'll just ignore that for now. So you think that it's appropriate for you to reach out to people you've hurt. I just want to ask that first.
I believe at the time the best way, and I did discuss with my therapist about this, and I'm going to be blunt, we decided that the best way that we could try to mend the situation as best as possible without causing a lot of damage was to try and reach out to the people that I had impacted, issue apologies, and try to restart that relationship.
Okay.
That was what I was recommended to do.
Okay. Let me just say something real quick. It was less than a month when between the first call and you asking to be let into the server. I don't know who you contacted in between that time period or how long it took. So it was like less than a month. I think it was 3 weeks.
I can probably tell you who I've contacted directly.
I don't need who, I need like the when, because between it's the time period that I'm focusing on here on. I can understand the wanting to reach out to somebody you've hurt after a bit of time. It was 3 weeks or less, and you reached out to people you hurt.
Yes.
You essentially were poking the bear of people who were trying to set distance.
Because I believe at the time enough time had passed to where we could try to restart.
Okay.
Why was 3 weeks the time?
Because I believe that enough time had passed, and the reason why I thought 3 weeks was enough was that I tried not to bring it up as best as possible, and I tried to have conversations that were more relaxed and more on the topic that we were discussing at the time, whether it be in the server or in DMs, and just more relaxed conversations. And I felt like I had been doing well up until that point because I had not brought that up in a very large way. And I thought, maybe enough time has passed for those that I hurt to kind of at least be a little bit more accepting and be a little bit more open. So maybe, we can try to restart something. And that's when I started, making the move trying to make the move into the server and trying to have more conversations. Clearly that was not enough. Clearly I needed more time and people needed more time.
Did you, I know this might be prying too much. Did you do this sort of behavior in your old group?
Oh, interesting.
Go
ahead.
Did you do this level of behavior in your old group? That is my question here. Because
interesting.
I understand all right people suck. I'm not going to lie about that. But I'm trying to figure out a good way of putting this. It seems like an incredibly learned behavior. This doesn't seem like behavior that was pulled out of thin air when the magical unicorn came into your life. It seems to be a very learned behavior.
Yes, it was. It was learned.
Okay.
So you had this before in your old group.
Correct.
Did you get help after that?
Right after I left, yes.
Okay.
That is the last bit of my question. Lumi, you can go.
Don't call me out in the middle of it. I honestly, I
Dude,
think
everyone's
we should
high in
give
this
Sasha the opportunity to
call.
finally say his piece. We've been talking at him. I think it's only fair. Is everyone okay with that? Like, I know Snow's in charge of it.
Yes.
There's no, there doesn't seem to be any disagreement, so go ahead.
Yep.
And I think that is the perfect time to cuck all of you, okay? Right before Sasu goes on their spiel, okay? Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm very tired, okay? I think I'm starting to lose my voice. I really hope not. Man, I really don't want to test that, okay? But guys, we will be continuing this another stream, okay? Maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after, but we will be continuing this. Don't you worry, okay? I want to thank everyone who's shown up to the stream tonight, okay? Everyone who's donated, subscribed, liked, and overall just been here in general. Thank you guys very much for supporting the channel. Sasu is a completely deranged individual, and hopefully we will be talking about them more later, okay? We got, like, how much have we got into this call? We got 200, sorry, we went through 2 hours and 30 minutes of this, okay, and there's 9 hours, okay. We will continue this, okay, we will continue this, but until then, guys, okay, I will see you later. Oh my god, my voice is going so much, oh my god, but okay, holy shit, okay, we're going, bye people, oh my god, that's so bad, bye.